with Speedy and Friends.
It is now time for the Rollout Show. Content may be a little vulgar, subject matter may be a little rough, but guaranteed to be funny. So sit back, get ready to ride with the Rollout Show. It is time to laugh.
It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. Once again, it's on. It's the Rollout Show with another dope episode. So here we go. Rollout Studios. Keeping it real, it's about to go down, y'all. You know the deal. Now Speed Doggy Dog. You know he got that heat. The funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Nikki Pam, where you at, girl?
Goddamn.
Let's get it in.
Yeah, turn me up. Please,
I'm not
turn me
myself
up.
at all.
Hit him with a fat mix, reppin' Lynn.
Yeah.
Hey.
Put it right here, man.
Teddy Ambrose.
I will not.
Never too much.
Hey. Give it up for my big homie, Mr. Ray.
He's gay.
Gentlemen, we back, y'all. It's the Rollout Show, bringing the funny for all y'all. Get 'em run, see.
Roll out, roll out, roll out. Who's the style?
Rollout Show.
I'm the Rollout Show. Start when we want to.
It's the Rollout Show.
I don't think we had a start time. Really.
What?
This is going to be funny.
Can I tell everybody to tune in?
Please do. Well, I mean, I'll point to you when you can do that.
I'm live over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'll tell you.
Y'all see?
Did you pay to meet your day?
Got Pam, got Speedy over here. Make sure y'all
It's time to roll out.
Hey.
It is the Rollout Show right here at rolloutstudios.com. It's your boy, Speed Doggy Dog. The funniest motherfucker ever going to meet. Why?
Because you're never going to meet Jamie Foxx.
But for $14.95, you come to my new play at,
The Wilshire Taco Bell Theater.
and the play is called...
Speedy?
Man, we just worked on this shit.
did
You have the first one always.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Shouts out to rehearsal.
Shut up.
Shit, and we actually did.
No, girl, go ahead. Give me a moment.
The play is called...
I have to do it?
Yes.
Hey, man, fuck this.
It's the
I said
worst.
$1 yesterday.
It is the Rollout Show. It's your boy, Speedy. In the house we got...
Nikki Pam.
And
I don't hear myself at all.
Yeah, I don't hear it all, you know.
Nick.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I don't
we
hear
ain't
me.
talking
I
about
need to
you.
hear me.
Turn it up.
Oh, that is.
But she turned
There we
herself
go.
down.
Yeah.
That's why I just let it happen. Again, in the house we got...
Nikki Pam.
And who else we got in the house, Nikki, man?
In the building, we have the director, right?
Founder.
Of the Urban X Award.
And a director.
And director, and she was stilts on For the Love of Ray J.
Yes.
Giana Taylor in the building.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Speedy.
Hey.
Oh, y'all stop.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Just a couple days.
Yeah. So when you were on Ray J, did anything happen, y'all? No.
What you mean anything happened? Did we get freaky?
Yeah.
No.
Were you attracted to him? He
no.
had to become to your belly button, right?
He came to my breast. That was
Right.
it. I was like, hey, Ray.
Well, if you're a dude, that's a great place to start.
What's up, Ray?
How'd you get on that show?
I went to the casting.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny because the guy that actually casted me in Playboy was the casting director for the Love of Ray J show. And he goes, Giana Taylor? And I was like, yeah. He goes, aren't you married? I said, shh, don't tell nobody.
It came out
Need
that
to
you
make
were
this
married.
money.
Somebody dropped dime on you on the show.
I got kicked off for being married.
I remember that.
really?
Dropped dime
Yeah.
on you on the show, right?
Yeah, I got kicked off of that show for being married. And I was like, okay, so I'm either going to get kicked off for being a porn director or I'm going to get kicked off for being married. I was like, let's get kicked off for being married.
How long were you on?
4 episodes.
4 episodes.
Yeah.
But
I think Danger set me up, though.
Who?
Danger. That was one of
You know.
He gave everybody nicknames kind of like
Yeah, I remember.
I actually know her.
Yeah,
You know Danger?
that's the homie right there. I love Danger. We didn't like each other on the show, but
Yeah, she's
after the show, she's
You
cool.
hit me?
No.
I was just saying.
You didn't smash the homie?
No.
I was
No. I met her at a weird
Why
time.
do y'all ask
so-
my son this kind of shit and I'm right here?
Oh shit,
You think your son ain't fucking?
I don't know.
he fucking.
You don't think he's
It's been a minute.
I know that, but I'm just saying, you think he ain't never fucked?
We don't want to talk about this.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
Let's move
You know,
on. Shit,
I can't
don't
look
think
at
none
my
of
cousin
kids-
like
They
that.
want your face up.
I don't look at none of them like that. And also, too, you work at a strip club. Is it just at Tuesdays or? I
Well,
thought it was like 2 or 3 days you do.
well, I do Thursdays. I do Caliente Cage Rage on Thursdays.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the cage.
Yeah.
Which was dope as hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
we-
yes, where you guys went from Michelle's work?
Nigga.
we
What
got
is it? Tell me about
Titties
it.
popping out. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, first of all, Dames and Games is a topless sports bar,
Okay.
pretty much. So it's really a strip club at the end of the day. But they sell alcohol, good food, all the
I
sports.
ain't tried
Chicken
the
wings
food.
is always good, ain't they?
Oh,
At
the chicken
strip
wings
club?
are bomb
Oh,
there.
they always
I
sell
haven't
at the strip
tried
club.
You got to try the food next time you go. But we do cage fighting, girl cage fighting.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's literally
And
girls
for
in
money,
there-
though.
For money, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you
Like how
win.
much?
You win. The winner wins $350. The loser wins $150, and they split the tips.
Oh,
So on
wow.
a good night, I mean, the winner could walk away with $500-$600. When I started fighting, because I used to fight until I got a concussion like 2 months ago, and I decided I wasn't going to fight anymore.
So did you get knocked out?
I didn't get knocked out. I finished, but I did have a severe concussion. I had to go to the hospital the next day.
Oh, you threw up?
No, I mean, did I
Usually
throw up? I
signs
think
of
I
like
did.
throwing up.
I did.
yeah.
I didn't know where
Throwing
I
up is-
was. I literally,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
called
wow.
my sister. I didn't know where my child was. I called her like 4 times. Like, do you have my child? Where's she at? I couldn't, like, I got to the house and I couldn't find the wall. I was just like bumping into stuff. The next day I couldn't move.
So was the other girl good?
She's a semi-pro wrestler.
Oh, so she got a couple in.
And our first fight was a draw. So she went and trained for our second fight. They did a rematch.
Oh, no.
So the rematch, she came like ready to.
So you guys
tear
are
some
wrestling,
shit
not
up.
boxing.
No.
they're
This
boxing.
is like MMA. This is like
Oh,
full
oh,
on
hell no.
boxing, kicking.
Wow.
Freaking ground and pound, everything like full on girls
And
and
you
damn near
did
no
win the
clothes.
second one, though.
No, that's when I got my
That's when she
my
got the concussion?
my.
Oh, I thought.
concussion.
Oh, you said you finished. I'm sorry. I thought you
Yeah,
said
I did
okay,
finish. I
okay.
finished, but she won. So.
Fellas, if you get a chance, it's dope. Go see them girls fight and titties pop.
Yeah, it's titties and ass everywhere. First off,
And then it's topless karaoke Tuesday.
yeah. So we just started.
So people in the audience, like, let's say you want to go do a song. Yeah, go on up there.
you can pop a titty
really?
out.
Yeah, you go on, take titty out.
You can pop a titty out. Yeah,
For
you
$500 though.
yeah.
If
Oh,
you the
you
best
win
karaoke.
$500. You
Yeah.
win $500.
I know y'all had a wild
yeah.
night that night.
It was fun.
Because Michelle's really still recovering.
Yeah, I don't drink, so I just was staring.
It was a lot of fun.
You didn't trick off no money?
I can't at a strip club. No, I ain't.
And that's what you do at a strip club. You talking about at a strip club?
How
Where
you-
else you
how
going
you-
to trick
that's
off
what
some
they
money?
I can't give you my money too. No,
Oh, come
I'm the
on
nigga
now.
hold $1 all night. No, not you.
Come on now.
Like when you get my $1, you done got something. There you go. Made it
Awful
ring.
speed.
Made it drip.
His whole dollar, his 4 quarters.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Now I told you I was in ATL and during when they had All-Star Weekend there, and Queen was in there. Queen, Usher, there was a lot of people in the strip club, and Queen threw a stack.
Oh, I know
That's
she
what
was
they
in
do.
her world.
Stack, not ones.
Oh, I know.
What, 100s?
I was in with
Hundreds.
That's what
I was
Mayweather
to the
does.
strip club with Diddy, Nelly. This is no, we were in Florida. We were in for the SOS.
It was like King of Diamonds, huh? You were at King of
Yeah, I
Diamonds?
I want to
so.
go to King of
Yeah,
Diamonds.
King of
And
Diamonds
when
is
I
dope.
tell you the
heard.
money, I was like,
But G5 is even better now.
Oh, it is.
The money.
So
yeah.
King of Diamonds, you got to go. If you're in Florida, Miami. When I tell you, because but you said the other one is better now.
G5 is like
That's the top one?
Yeah, that's what's popping now.
Is it bigger?
Yeah. No, it's not bigger. Like King of Diamonds is huge. There's
Yeah.
no place that
'Cause there's
can top.
boxing,
Yeah.
stripping,
they do
all
everything.
kind of shit.
Yeah, they do everything there. But G5 is just like the new hot spot now. So
I'm gonna have to go.
no, but for what? What you going to give your dollar up?
No, yep. Somebody gonna get this $1. Somebody's gonna appreciate my $1. So
I doubt that.
So was it 2 years ago my birthday? And you were working at the other strip club.
Oh my God! Yes.
So I walk in and I heard somebody go, Speedy. I was like, I don't know you. Because Michelle was me. I do not know whoever that is calling me. And she's like,
and it's me.
she goes, what are you here for? This is my birthday. Michelle, I'll be here for my birthday. Okay, let me go get you some girls. So the Mexican
Oh, wow.
girl.
Yeah.
The Mexican girl was coming.
so she gave you a lap dance?
Bad act like I
Why
wasn't.
you joke? Why he get all bashful?
I had to act like I wouldn't feel like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Because Michelle was there.
Well, y'all like that kind of.
I was
shit,
like,
you,
but
Michelle?
why is
What?
Speedy at the strip club?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
Now,
oh,
what
isn't
happened-
that Freaky Friday?
What happened with that
Oh,
one?
you gonna change the subject?
Oh, we do Caliente
you still over
Cage
there,
Rage.
too?
I'm down there too. I host Caliente Cage Rage. As a matter of fact, I'm fighting on the 31st down there. I
thought
came back.
you just said
I
you
did
quit.
retire.
How do you
But
need
here's
to
the
say
thing.
that?
I
You
quit.
can't come back.
No. I did quit,
You'll be
right?
loopy.
I quit, and then I just got this urge to fight again, right? So I'm not hosting that night because they're doing like all radio show hosts because we have DJ Inferno from 106 I host with.
Mm-hmm.
So that night they're just bringing in like all the radio show. So I'm not hosting. So I was like,
GT,
okay,
can you
I'll
really
fight.
Can you really fight?
Listen, I was undefeated.
No.
before.
I'm talking. Fuck that ring
First
shit.
of all, I was like, who the hell's GT?
Yeah, that's how I broke it down.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck the ring shit.
I fight.
Let's say high school. Can you fight?
Listen, I fought everybody in high school. I was suspended every other week.
Because
I
you was tall.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah,
I
well,
was
Big
like,
Bird.
I
All
fought
day.
boys though. Like
Right.
I would knock dudes out.
Jesus Christ, I got about 10
what I
questions
did.
in here.
Oh, okay,
All right.
they got questions.
All
for
right.
you. Look.
God damn. Okay. Y'all
Fuck
call
what we
in.
talking about.
Don't let
Like,
this
call
pretty face
in.
fool you.
Yeah,
now.
call in
Why do
747
they keep doing all this?
888-3082. What
What was
questions
the name
there?
of the club that you when you fought? What was your name that you fought as? at
I
the
fight
club?
under Giana Taylor.
Giana Taylor. Okay.
Because I host under Giana Taylor. So
So this week or next week?
31st, I'm downtown Dames and Games,
And you're fighting.
and I'm fighting
Who? You don't know.
a girl named Molly. She's a 6-footer.
Should
my
I
height.
come? Have you back?
You know, y'all can come on in.
I'm gonna
Have my
come.
back.
When is it? I'm
the
coming.
31st. We're
Yeah.
31st downtown.
It's a
I'm
nice
coming.
club.
I'm coming.
Oh no,
nice
it's
club.
dope. Downtown is dope.
Yeah, it's a nice club.
That's
Me and
the-
Sean are going.
I started downtown when they first opened, so I've been with.
And it's
the
right
Rhino
by the
for a long
freeway, like
time. Yeah.
literally right by the freeway.
Yeah.
Games and dames.
Dames and Games.
So yeah.
We don't ever correct me on here.
You can't be saying the wrong
You
shit. They
can't
gonna
be
be on there looking up games and games. We ain't gonna find it. We ain't gonna find it. Speedy, you said.
Yeah, it is Freaky Friday. I know we normally do it at night. Pam has to do some shit, so she won this week. So we doing it at a different hour because we had another show that was before ours. And
Yeah, Al Rucker was here earlier.
yeah.
You guys tune into the show that they taped here. I think it's going to air next Friday. So they do pre-tapes here.
yeah, we're turning it into a full studio.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would have normally did the show at 8, but Pam has to
Yeah,
go.
I'm trying to get up out of her.
She's trying to get up out of her. Her and her man going on vacation.
Yes, a little mini.
I'm going to just call y'all every day to fuck the day up for you.
You know what?
What y'all doing?
Yeah, you're the only one that can really do that. Sean does. If it was anybody else, he would have an attitude. But even one day he did say, "Tell Speedy he got that's one call too many."
It was kind and you can't call Pam too late. Yeah,
Oh
you
no,
was the
nigga!
worst.
He called me last night late.
Nigga,
I ain't know
anything
what I
else
said.
like 12:01, just ring. I'm like, come on, Pam, you ain't sleep.
And I'll hear it and I'll look on Speedy.
But you know you ain't sleep.
I know I'm asleep.
No, you're not.
I go to
Pam.
sleep at like between 8:30 and 9. I go
Why?
to bed hella
You don't work.
Do you? I work here.
This ain't no job. You ain't lifting shit.
I never did.
Sleeping all damn day. So
Yes, we're back.
we want to hear some shit about your when you were directing.
Oh, what
Yeah.
you
Now, how do you direct porn people?
Yeah, I mean, what is
put
it
your
like?
dick in, suck it. You ain't sucking the dick right.
So you say, let's set up this scene. You're going to do anal, la 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 la.
Yeah, it depends what we're shooting. Like I've shot anal movies and
You've done the anal?
No, I haven't done
Oh,
anal.
okay.
No. I was a director. I directed for Black
But
Ice
have
and
you
West
been
Coast
in a
Productions.
film like?
I used to host my movies.
What do you
Like,
mean host?
Okay, so I had a movie called Giana Taylor's Pussy Wagon, right? So it was where
you
everybody.
talk slow. You talk way too fast.
I'm sorry.
Try it again.
For the slow people in the room. No, I'm only playing. So it was called Giana Taylor's Pussy Wagon.
Got it.
So it was like this little van we would ride around in. That was called the Pussy
Oh, I saw that.
Wagon.
I
Right.
saw that. Yeah, I saw it. Hey, nigga.
Way too excited.
I know, right?
He got super
He's like,
excited.
I got the answer.
saw
You
that
know,
one.
sometimes on
God
the
damn it.
internet, you just type shit in, and then I went, they in the van? Oh, let me go see what's happening right here. And they were just in the van filming.
Yeah.
And fucking.
So literally,
wow.
yeah. All the sex went down in the van. So
don't need
after
no
I
permit for that.
Sex, group sex, or
whatever kind of sex was going on, whether it was anal, group, whatever it was going
Couldn't
on.
be no more than 2 or
in
3
the
niggas. Though.
Pussy wagon.
They had 10
Right.
niggas in the
How
van.
many people fit in the
Yeah,
van?
it wasn't no like
Cargo van?
no triple badge or
Now,
nothing.
as the director, are you in the van or are you watching the monitor as it drives around?
I actually for some of it I was in the van.
Okay.
Like
the front seat?
Yeah, like a lot of it I was in the van. So we would like go to certain places like the mall or Hollywood Boulevard and we would supposedly pick up random girls, right? So they were all new girls that were never in the industry.
Oh, wow.
And
Who, me?
we would basically get them in the truck and they would just start fucking in the truck. So literally we're riding around
Oh, wow.
on Hollywood Boulevard.
No
and
tinted
people are
windows.
fucking no tinted windows. You can see it says Giana Taylor's pussy wagon. Like
It says that?
Yeah, the
Why you
van
can't ride that around the city?
I promise you, we did it. We rode it around the city. If you
And it
watch,
said that on the
As long
side.
as you don't drive by no schools, I guess.
well, we had a logo that said Giana Taylor's pussy wagon. Did you not see the van?
Well, I skip past all that. I get right to the fucking.
Oh, so you get to the
I
fucking.
take my finger and go
Okay.
zzz,
Yeah,
right when they
right.
start fucking.
So no, yeah, it was called. We actually shot Pinky's first scene, and it was with Wesley Pipes in the pussy
she's
wagon.
my favorite
I
female
love Pinky.
star.
I love Pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
do get in.
But she
Cherokee,
go up and
I like Cherokee.
Cherokee,
There's another
Cherokee's
one
been
I
around
forgot.
forever. That's the
Ain't that
homie
a
right
bitch?
there.
Why you throw it like that?
I'm just saying, she's been around forever. That's the homie right there.
Okay,
like
cool.
Cherokee, like family.
Can we get her on the show?
Well, she might come on the show. Let me see what I can do.
You want Cherokee on there?
Now that's a
I
good
want
one.
Pinky.
That's a good.
'Cause she like a
I don't
OG to
think you
me.
getting Pinky on the show, but we
Really?
could probably get. Well, Pinky
And
doesn't
then-
live in the area anymore, but
Oh, she
Cherokee.
doesn't.
And then
Okay.
there's
She's in
one
California.
called. She's a big light skinned girl with glasses.
Big light skinned girl.
There's a lot of them.
Glasses.
You know what I mean? Well, she wear glasses while she's fucking.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, I gotta find my. I think is it
I'ma go to her.
Jada Fire? Is she black?
Jada Fire is black.
me see if
Jada
that's
Fire
my
is an
favorite
OG
one.
in here.
Yeah, I
Jada
like
Fire
her.
is an
I think
OG.
that's the one I like.
She's retired.
Oh man.
Who was the
Excellent.
best to work with? Like every time you see their name, you're like, oh, cool. Total professional, all that shit. Who would that be?
Roxy Reynolds.
And who was the worst? Like didn't show up on time, asshole.
Oh wow.
I'll say it. You ain't gonna say it.
I've never had.
Nobody that was a little difficult.
No.
Not even dudes.
Now, I mean, with the dudes, they just have a problem keeping their dick hard.
Hey.
Well, I'm just being honest. I mean, I was known as the director that if you couldn't keep your dick hard, you're getting cut immediately. And I had
Like cut, like go home.
like you're going home.
Oh, shit.
You're going home.
What if the pill ain't kicked in yet?
Well, the pill better kick in. I had listen, I'm paying $100 an hour for location. I got to pay talent. I don't have
so
time.
if they don't, you tell them to bounce and you make another phone call.
Oh, I've always had a Nat Turner, a Mr. Marcus on standby.
Oh yeah, we love Mr. Marcus.
They can just
He's a
come
friend of the
in
show.
and knock it out. Like,
So why not just use them to begin with?
well, because I can't use them for every scene. Like Nat Turner, may have already used him for a scene already,
Gotcha.
and Mr. Marcus, I may have used, but they're like my backup dicks.
Okay, I could be a backup dick. I can do
Oh,
that.
impossible.
So,
See, what's
What
this
in the
one?
fuck is you talking about?
I'm trying to find this one's name. I think this. I'm trying to find my
who
favorite.
is it? I can
What's her name?
normally tell.
Oh no, not her. She's like she looks like this girl though.
Nigga, did you say she looked
Is
like?
her name
like
Kendall
this
Woods?
girl.
Or?
Oh,
No,
well,
that ain't
Kendall
her.
Woods is pretty new.
Okay, that ain't her.
She's pretty new.
I don't know. I'll never figure it out. But anyway,
The other girl we had last week, she had only been doing it what, like 3 months?
yeah,
September?
Yeah,
Yes.
September. Yeah.
She was
September's
actually
amazing.
great. She was great.
September's
she
one of
seems
those girls
eager.
that get it. She gets it. Like she's branding herself. She's like, I'll
Yeah.
do whatever I need to do. She came
But-
into Dames and she's like,
Yeah,
I
she's
just
very
did
eager.
my first triple badge. I was like, bitch, what?
hilarious.
Yeah, she told that story.
Explain
too.
this triple badge to me. How
Yeah, she-
does that happen?
She told that. But her and Mr. Pete, it was fucking hilarious. Because Pete, you know, he's been in this shit for a
been
minute.
in for a minute.
But she was like, nah, that ain't how it go. And Pete was like, well, if you let me finish, I can tell you how it goes. And he was just like, no, I got it. And she's like, oh, that's what you're talking about. I didn't know you were talking about that. But she was great.
Yeah,
She was actually
she's amazing. She gets it. Like there's a lot of girls that come in the industry that don't get it. She gets it. She brands herself. She does whatever she needs to do. She's like that. She's that black girl right now.
Now, when you're casting dudes, do you go drop your pens and see what you're working with, or you have to wait till they get there and you go, oh, that ain't what I casted?
Well, I mean, you know, with guys in the industry, they're already, you know, doing
Could be new
stuff.
dudes.
So even with new dudes, I don't want a dude that has never done a scene before. I've done that before.
Oh, not good.
And it's just a big waste of time because
Why?
Because most guys think it's bedroom fucking. You not bedroom fucking.
Right, you fucking for the camera.
You fucking for the camera.
Right,
I'm about
right.
to tell you to stop, hold that position.
Look,
Yes. I'm
I'm
going
a fall on this bitch with
I'm telling you, hold that position, switch the position. I'm telling you, it's time for pop shot. You got like a minute to come. Let's do this. Make it happen.
Oh, you gonna hate me. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, like, make it happen.
bitch, I already came. You better get some mayonnaise. Let's throw it on this bitch back.
Wow. Hilarious.
Better get that shot from behind me.
You nasty, sweetie.
Mayo on your back. So you make them stop?
Yeah, I mean,
It is
because
for
there's
it's like a movie.
We need. It's like you know production. I mean,
Yeah, but I ain't been there when the.
well, I
trying to
mean,
think. No, I never been to one.
You gotta stop. Like, there's transitions. You gotta get positions. You gotta get angles. Like, you gotta get good angles. You can't. You know what I mean?
And so you can't bedroom fuck. It's like you can't be in love and.
Nah, this ain't bedroom fucking. And most guys come in here talking about, I'm gonna tear it up. You ain't tearing shit up.
Right. I know they probably do that.
I mean, the Mr. Marcuses of the world and people that's been in here for a long time. But the new guys think they just about to come in and do some amazing shit. And then they realize their dick doesn't work.
Huh?
Yeah. Like, I've had a lot of guys come in and just can't, it's a mental thing. They psych themselves out before they even, it's super
Ain't that much
mental.
psyching.
No, it is.
Is it a bitch in the room? Is it a girl in the room?
But you got to understand,
Is there a girl in the room?
not just a girl in the room. So we got me in the room. We got the camera guy in the room.
got the
We got the
lights.
lighting guy in the room.
Yeah.
The lights
We
don't
got,
bother me.
I mean, but there's a lighting guy in the room. We probably have a PA in the room. There's 10 motherfuckers in the room about to watch you fuck. So
Okay,
now
I'm with it.
okay, Speedy.
I'm with it. Bring them on in. Take notes, nigga. That's what I'm gonna do. Take your notes.
Oh shit! Come on.
Okay.
I feel like you'd be into that though.
That probably
wouldn't-
turn you on.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
bother
it would.
me.
Like people watching. I see.
I would
can
just.
see you
They
and
would catch
Michelle
me
getting
staring
that.
at the other people.
Yeah, I can see you and Michelle doing that type of shit.
What in the fuck are you talking about, man?
Speedy, you
Have
are
I mentioned
married.
Scott? Have I mentioned what's the nigga name? Sean's name yet?
You can. You can. Well,
E Money, what it do? Come when you want to. Radio
yeah,
show.
late freight.
I could have sworn we told this nigga what. Is he hugging niggas on the way in? This nigga. I know you're a black belt, but goddamn.
Hey.
Evie, this one's fine. This one's fine.
Hey y'all,
What's up?
Evie.
girls here today?
Hey, what's going on?
Evan in the building.
That's right. What's up?
All right, they're here. Sorry for intervention. No,
Wow,
I'm turning sideways.
Speedy's such a fucking snitch.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
He's
idiot.
an idiot.
You already, hey, I told you, it don't matter who in the room.
Speedy's
Now,
a damn-
now, we'll say
Um,
it'll be kind of weird for her to be like, "Stop, hold on, bitch, I'm in a great spot right now." No, pull it out. Then you tell them what to do. Like, take it out.
Yeah, like yeah.
Then you got to spray oil on the girl or
no,
whatever.
you ain't spraying no. What's your fucking?
Because you got to make it look
for?
like they sweating or some shit.
I know. What,
No, they're naturally sweating. I mean, they fucking.
Yeah, but you stop me.
What about the girls? Like if they get dry? I mean,
So that's what lube is for.
I mean, so you guys stop and you say, "Okay, I'm dry" or whatever, and then you insert.
Well, I mean, the guy knows it's either you using your spit or you gonna get some lube. So it depends.
Okay.
In the house, we got. In the house. Yeah,
It's Freaky Fridays,
just
goddammit.
jump in the car. You late.
You're late. Come on now. It's Freaky Fridays. But yeah,
You late.
You
You
gotta.
late.
You either
I'm
use a
late.
natural
Wow.
lube.
In the house, we got.
Evan Lionel, the one and only, straight from the south side of Chi-Town.
Apparently, you drove
Here
from
we
there.
go. Did you drive from Chi-Town today?
Down some more?
Yeah, there we
How's
go. Yeah,
You got sensitive ears.
yeah, a little bit. I could hear well.
That's on zero, nigga.
That hat is so dope. It's
thanks.
everything.
This my.
He only bought one. This is shit I'm talking
we
about.
don't get no
you
gift.
late,
How
one
many times you been
hat,
on the show,
You
Evan?
know what?
and he do the same thing.
Right.
Next one, nigga. I got. What size you wear? It's a snap, nigga. This.
Come on.
That shit is everything.
I
So-
was dealing with some acrimony type stuff on the way here.
What
You know,
happened?
you have a crazy woman in your life.
I forgot Evan got shit like that going on.
Yeah, and
Every time I
then-
see him, how you doing? No, nigga hit you with a breath.
That is Evan. He do be coming in for stories.
It's just, Speedy, it's you'll break up with them and then they call you and say their transmission is out and they stuck on the freeway. Nah,
Yeah, that's that.
But why
That's how I need some dick.
oh, is that what it
That's
is?
what
Can
that
you
is.
say if you break up
No,
with them?
they don't want to say it. They just want you to cut through. What's wrong? The light won't come on.
That is a way of us getting
And we get over there, and it just needed a battery.
Oh, it just started working. Oh, we done took the battery out.
They got the robe on. Can you fix my light?
Exactly, with nothing under
And
it.
they trying to hide. I'm sorry, I was in the shower. Really, bitch?
Right.
Well, that's what's been going on.
That's
So
what they want.
I walked in on lube, and if she drives,
Well, if you let us finish, it's going to be some other shit you're going to walk in on. So anyway,
It's Freaky
I'm
Friday.
just telling you on the real. And I know you hear it all the time.
What
Bro
you
say,
telling me?
I don't give a fuck.
He
It
act
could be
like he is
30 motherfuckers in the room.
Superman or
I can
fucking-
fuck.
Stop.
All right.
It doesn't bother. Nigga,
Well, I guess you do
I
have
fucked at
proof.
Jamie's house.
really?
Wait, you what?
Nigga, this shit be going on. It's fuck.
I can't.
At the old house.
I can't.
Oh, 'cause
I
like, what?
can't fuck with a bunch of people.
No?
there. Nah.
What you?
Nah.
Lights on?
I went to the Green Door in Vegas. I went to the.
I
Green
heard
Door.
about that place. I heard
it
about
was
that.
dark and seedy and a bunch of niggas standing around. And the girl I took, you would never find out what your girl is really like till you take in an environment like that.
You be like,
And
why you doing everybody? Come here. You supposed to fuck everybody. One nigga bring him out. Fuck all these niggas.
Stevie must have been there.
I've been to the
Wait,
one.
what is this? A swing club?
Swing club,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's dark, and so she was comfortable in the environment. And what you hear, which is shocking, is the women that are there, like they pussies was popping.
Yeah.
Like you hear a popping noise, like a popping noise, like they was excited to be there, and they pussies would pop open, and I'm hearing all of this, and I'm seeing all these people
Hilarious.
stand around, and she talking about, come on, let's get busy, and my dick is like, if you pull me out, I'm going inside your body.
I'm huddling up.
Exactly. I'm not participating.
There was
in
a
this
spot
shit.
I went to.
I couldn't do it.
I forgot. It was so weird. Pam.
Downtown?
I thought no.
okay.
It was in like you went through a pathway and it was like when the place you go and then when you get there you look for lights to come on. It's the police. Everybody come on out. I was waiting for that shit to happen. So you get there. The ladies got in free. Guys was like $30. If you had a girl, it was $30. If you by yourself with the homie or whatever, it's $50.
Okay.
50 to 100.
Right.
Sound like swinger club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
so
that's
you
a
get
swinger
there.
club
So
shit.
you
What's
get
going
there,
on?
and they have the little part where you dance. So people dance like, oh, I can. Then you walk, and it's going down. It's room,
Different rooms.
But you got to ask if it's cool to come in because you just don't want to walk in and get your Bill Cosby on. Like, oh, who's that? What y'all do?
Right.
Can't be staring. It's got to be like, so is it cool? And they go, yeah, come on in. You know, white people, come on in.
It's a
You're the
cold
black
one.
guy. Come on in.
That's what scares me is that they real comfortable in the
Yes.
dark. I'm
Well,
not comfortable in the
it's
dark.
a
I need the lights
lifestyle,
on.
though. It's a lifestyle.
So you need the light on.
Lights
fucking
gotta be
you,
on.
You
I gotta
fucking
see.
in the light. Is that what you do?
Yeah, I got.
So you got to see what you fucking.
Yeah, then I'm turned.
But you
on
just
if I
said you don't
see
want
it.
nobody in the room, though.
But you don't want nobody in the room.
I
So
don't
with
want-
it being
I don't want
dark,
a whole bunch of people. It could be 3 or 4 if we agreed. You feel me?
We sign
We
here.
sign
nigga.
releases.
you don't need to be in swinger club. You gonna retire
Yeah.
your swinger club.
Never got rules.
Yeah, you got rules to being in a swing club and
Oh, you
shit.
can't have rules.
No, it's a damn lifestyle. You can't have rules
Right
in
before I
a
fuck
swing
you, baby,
club.
go and sign that for me. Put your thumbprint right there.
Let me
Can't do that?
Let me
I
see. We
need to
can't. We
know
can't
that
go in
you-
this room. This is the dungeon. Can't do that.
It's
So
a place called Freedom Acres out in Riverside.
And
It's-
why is it
That
that you
might-
know
that
where
might have
all
been
the
where I
swing
went.
clubs are? Why do you know
I
this?
was at one time I was checking them out. I was experimenting, trying to see if this would be something that I would like, and
Okay.
I wasn't. I was comfortable watching them, but my
Oh,
dick,
so you like to
my
watch.
dick was not going to participate. My dick was
Okay.
like he is not a public dick. He's
he got me pulling my I will not. Come on.
he was
with me.
getting smaller.
Oh, look at little buddy.
Exactly.
What you don't want to hear, you put your pants off. Oh,
Right. So I couldn't do
cute.
it.
little car charger. Hey.
Oh wow.
Couldn't do it.
Hilarious.
So, have you had those guys show up on the set? The car chargers?
The car chargers?
Think about what you put your car and what it look like when you put it in the thing.
Oh,
in your
the
car.
little TV.
Yeah.
Oh no, no. Who the fuck is going
But
to
see,
book
but
that?
here's- a lot of guys think their dicks are bigger than what they are, though.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Or
but
even-
we booking big dick dudes.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we.
That- but that's what I asked you. How you know?
Yeah, how you know? I mean, they
You
send
got
a
a
picture
tab, you got a
because we
book of
know
them?
who they are.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I don't know everybody.
We do when you're casting
Oh.
for a movie. you know who your talent is.
So they audition.
So I mean, no. I mean,
You see how you fuck.
listen, at some point,
like?
they do audition. I'm sure to get into their agencies, or they don't have to audition for us, because when you get to me, you've already done movies before.
Oh, okay.
But
you
you said they came and it was
the girls were new girls. A lot of the girls were new girls. I didn't like getting new guys for the simple fact that they can't keep their dick hard.
Well, let me
and
ask
it
you
wastes
this,
my time.
Let me ask you this about the new girls, though. What if they like think they're down and they want to do it, and then all of a sudden they're like, nah, this ain't what I thought it was going to be. You know,
he ugly.
Or his breath stank, I'm cool. Or
I haven't had those experiences.
Okay.
Like all of my girls that
They down for it. They about that life.
They trying to either get a check or they're just super freaks.
Now, do the girls make more than the guys?
Yeah.
We should.
For the most part.
She said,
They should.
yeah.
I don't like how that sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean,
For the most part, female talent gets paid way more than male talent.
so
does.
I'm a regular dude coming in. I'm gonna make what that day?
300.
300.
How many bitches I get to fuck?
One, or how it depends what the scene is. Like, I mean, if you're a new
But
dude,
you got me all day for 300. Is what you said.
yeah, I got your ass all day until this shit's done. So if I'm one of those directors that's doing 10-hour days, your ass is here for 10 hours.
For 300?
For
Yep.
300.
For 300. No.
Who's the highest paid actor that you work with?
I don't know who's the
Rico
highest paid
said
anymore.
he was the highest paid.
Child, please.
Who's
Rico, you know Rico.
Rico
Speedy,
Strong.
Rico Strong.
Rico Strong's been around
you
for
know
a
him.
long time.
You know.
Definitely not one. I want to say that I'm not a director anymore, first off. So I don't know who's getting paid what nowadays.
But
when I was directing, I want to say that Mandingo and Lexington Steele were the highest paid.
I was going to say probably less.
Then followed Mr. Marcus. and
Lexington,
Charge.
when I tell you he was a great interviewer, when we had him on the
he
show,
was great.
because his thing was he didn't get into porn for porn. He was doing stocks and doing
Well,
that
Lex
shit.
came from the corporate world.
Yeah, then
he came from
he's
corporate.
hanging out with the fellas, and the next, some came to something else. But he was able to really make his shit, make what he does like really, really work. Like Lexington Steele, you hear that name, everybody know.
Yeah,
It's not even
I
a
mean
joke.
Lexington Steele is like a Mr. Marcus.
like you said.
I mean, but for Lex, I mean he's has like a 13-inch dick. So
I wouldn't know.
Nakia wants to know, what about
You
Delvin
telling me
Weed?
like, oh yeah, I think it's
Weed.
the 12.
Oh,
Did
Devlin
you
Weed.
name-
Oh, Devlin?
Devlin
Oh,
Weed. Devlin Weed is an OG in the business. He's still
Okay.
around. I think he's doing editing and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
But he's still around. He came out to Colyar Cage Rage a few weeks ago.
Now, when you say they're still around, so they still fuck, they just don't fuck as much. They're not doing as,
I'm sure if you called Devlin and said I got a scene for you, he'd still do it.
okay,
Yeah.
but the money got to be right.
How's Mr. Marcus doing? I've been wondering after that little thing,
Only
the
you.
scandal on the news.
Only you. That damn scandal
was
is
on the show a
4
couple-
years
like, a
old.
couple-
But I just want to know because I ain't seen him.
Mr.
since
Marcus
then.
is
didn't
doing
even
great.
ask him
You
about
saw him the
that.
other night, right? Yeah, Mr. Marcus comes out to everything.
Yeah.
No, I'm
He's
talking
out-
about in the films, in adult films. I haven't seen.
Well,
him.
you know, it comes a time where you stop doing films.
Has he stopped? He's retired.
Absolutely.
Oh,
As he
okay.
should.
I didn't know.
But
you said
but trust me, you see him in the club, the girls are like, that's him.
I mean, I just feel
Oh,
like
he got street creds like
yeah,
tyrant.
Mr.
Yeah.
Marcus
You're like a
is
tyrant
like
on the street
yeah,
and out
he's
there.
like he's like
the
major
icon.
yeah,
of
like
Yeah, he
porn.
is.
yeah, you know,
And
he's
just
like
the
a
most
household name.
humble,
He's very
sweetest
humble.
person on the planet.
Super cool.
Now, have you ever
Super
worked
cool.
with someone and you went and they try to get at you like, oh,
all the time.
all the time?
Yeah. Actually, somebody told me a couple weeks ago, I was on the phone and we were talking and he was like, you know, you can have anything you want in this industry. And I was like, why? He's like, because all the dudes want to fuck you and they can't. And I'm like, oh, can I? Let me start using that to my advantage.
Show us a nice car over there.
Hey, so
So Corey Robin wants to know how many times did the actors keep fucking behind the scenes after the scene was shot? Do they?
oh, they do that a lot.
Really?
Yeah. There's, they sneak
they
off
so
into the
attracted to-
bathrough.
Oh, wow.
They do shit like that.
Good question.
Even though
Corey.
they just fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Marcus is king of that. I done seen Mr. Marcus jump out of one pussy into another pussy, and I'd be like, Marcus, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you still gotta fuck. You gotta finish the scene. Why are you in the bathroom fucking when you gotta be over here fucking? What's going on?
he wasting cum. Is that
But
what it is?
I mean, he's just one of them dudes that can do that, though. Like, you'll never see Marcus struggle. It's never like he can do a scene and then you be like, I need you to do this next scene for me, bro.
I'm like
You can do another scene. Shut the
Well,
hell up.
as long as it ain't 6 people in the room.
That's right. It just
You
can't
sound like
be
you got too
1,000
many rules, though.
Yeah, it's Evan. nigga.
As long as ain't nobody in the room, clear the room.
Everybody got to
Hold
have
on.
on blue.
Right.
And
Turn the
stuff
lights
got-
on.
And stuff got to be clean. It's got to be clean. I can't have. It's not clean.
Please
I'm
sweep up
walking
right
back
here. I
out.
can't fuck. It's dirty right here.
It's got to be real clean, and the lights got to be on bright, and just maybe at the most 4 people there. And then
I'm gonna do like this,
Hilarious.
Evan. It might be you. It might be you. I'm gonna just go. It could be you, Ev.
Right.
It could be you. I don't know if you ever looked in the mirror. Sometimes you go. It might be.
It might be.
It's got to be some. It's got to be.
Because sometimes I have to catch myself and go, okay, I fucked up. It's me.
it's me.
Okay, I'll be an asshole right now. I'm sorry.
That's the only way he's gonna get up. And then if he get up, he gonna compete with Lex, Mr. Marcus, Mandingo, any of them. But he ain't
Who
gonna
we talking about?
Competing.
My
You?
man.
I thought you brought another nigga in the room. When Charles come in here,
Exactly.
Hilarious.
He becomes
I've
another
never,
nigga.
see, there you go. I've
He
never
becomes
talked about my dick to
another
another person.
Yeah,
This nigga
he,
here,
this nigga right here,
he come in here now. Hey, come on in.
he
Nigga.
about to compete with all y'all niggas.
He will go from this pen to this bottom if he happy, if he
But
excited.
as soon as another nigga walk in, this is the bullshit.
I can't.
I had this before.
Or number 5, because it got to be no more than 4.
Right.
So number 5 walk in, it's a
Right.
wrap.
That's me.
All
man.
right.
As soon as they come in, ma'am, you want something to drink? This nigga here.
Now it's over. Now it's back little.
Would you do it though for the right amount of money?
Adult film? I don't know.
Let's say they paying. She said 3. Let's say they doing 700 a scene.
Nah.
No, that's too low.
Nah, that's-
I got a
I
question.
mean, now
Go ahead,
there's
Nick.
people that have contracts. You know what I mean? There's contract stars.
Oh, you gonna pay me in cash?
What
when I
You
get
guys are actors and comics and whatever. Would you guys do a sex tape to boost your career?
Do a sex tape.
No.
We've done thousands.
we delete them.
Nobody cares.
We delete them.
I mean a professional one like they do nowadays.
I could show you a sex tape right now.
I'm good. I'm good.
With
mean-
this getting down. You feel me?
Just got a thumb left.
Honestly, how much they paying? We talking about some millions? Why not? Give me that shit.
Would I do it? I just don't think nobody.
You're in
do
that
it.
industry. I can see you. It not being a big
I mean,
deal to you.
here's the thing. Well, I mean, I've been offered contracts and I've turned down every single contract that's been offered to me. But if we talking about a sex tape
Why?
for some millions, because why?
Why? Because you have turned for years.
I've turned down contracts for years. In the industry.
Why?
Because I'm the brains behind everything. So I've just never wanted to be in front of the camera.
Right.
It's
No,
'cause-
it's nothing that's
'cause you
wrong
like
with it.
me,
I'm
you
just
don't
like
want a
the
bunch
brains.
of people around watching.
I mean, I come from the world of dancing, and that doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm naked on the internet. I used to be a Playboy model. That doesn't bother me. It's just that.
So you was at the mansion? You were at the mansion and all
Yes,
that?
I've been to the mansion plenty of times.
Yeah, me too. I've been there.
Yeah.
I finally got there.
Was
before.
Bill Cosby there when you?
Hilarious. Got some drinks for you there, baby.
I just
Take one of
honestly
these.
enjoy being behind the scenes and putting things together for the industry. So, but the right amount of money, you come with $1 million or a couple, we can make a sex
make
tape.
a tape.
So a meal.
Who my partner?
Do you care about who the partner is? For a meal now?
We
No.
don't have to talk
You
about
can't be,
this.
no.
Yes.
It's $1 million. You gonna
It's
fuck who I say
$1 million.
fuck now.
Just say if it's Evan. I'm just saying.
Listen, where the contract at? Let's get this $1 million real quick.
Hey, let me tell you.
Y'all being funny.
Which
Y'all
Evan we
being
talking about
funny.
now? There's 2 Evans in the room now.
But Cherie, he
Where's Cherie at? Giana Taylor.
Speaking of making $1 million,
I retract that.
so I looked up Ray J and Kim Kardashian sex tape.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like they received an initial around $90,000. Then they make that once a quarter. That's $360,000 a year.
Just from
And,
that tape.
Yeah, and right now it's marked at $100 million profit.
Well, let me just tell you this.
Wow.
Mimi and Nico, I know back when that all shower ride and all that, she was getting like $30,000 a month. deposited into her account from the.
So now would you do it?
From the internet, her internet.
Yeah, when they leaked that whole thing. From,
you said you do.
I don't know. I feel like Kim.
I don't know.
I don't know about. I don't know about that. But I feel
think
like Kim's negotiation. I feel like they negotiated more than that. There's definitely.
I would know how to make that work. I'd be like, who released what? That's fucked up. Pam, fucking Nikki Pam. Why you do that, Pam?
You said you didn't think they would be interested in watching, Speedy. Why do you think that? Yeah.
No, we ain't nobody interested in Speedy.
Let me say that. Preempt me.
Wow.
I'm cool.
Now I have.
I'm cool. What do you turn me on? We
got a phone call, Pam.
Okay, caller. What's your name and where you calling from?
Terrell from Chicago.
What to do,
what's up, Terrell?
From the hometown.
Hey.
What's up? I just wanted to know because Tierra Marie, her sex tape just leaked, and it looked like she about to get some millions because 50 put it up on his Instagram.
Yep,
and he got 18 million followers. But I just wanted to know, like, if somebody do a sex tape or take some pictures, shouldn't you just assume that it's going to eventually get out there? Because they hacked Rihanna's phone, they hacked
everybody's
phone.
Yeah.
Delicious phone, like
True that.
everybody knows out there now. So shouldn't you just assume it's gonna get out there? So why would you do it?
I mean, when your phone is hacked, that's a different story.
Right.
But when your ex-boyfriend puts the tape out there, that's another thing.
Well, apparently he was a friend of 50, and then that's 50 after, I don't know why he, retweeted it or whatever. Now, the lawyer for Tierra, which is that big lawyer, Gloria Albert's daughter, I forgot her name.
Yeah, I know.
Is going after 50. She said, I'm about to make 50 pay up for that retweet.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I mean, when you do something in private, you don't think that it's going to go public.
I think when she shot it, it was private because I think, lack of storyline, she might have released it. That's what I think. But just
I'm thinking
it was a good one.
Delete my phone. And I'm sitting here thinking like,
what happened to just regular video cameras, nigga? Just videotape, nigga. Take the tape, put it in your pocket.
That's what I'm at.
Hard for that shit to get broken into.
Then I buried all of those in the backyard.
Yeah, man. Tapes. Now, do you like doing directing the groups or individuals?
More individual. I don't fool with the gang bangs and stuff like that.
Just waiting around with a dick in the head.
Why you look like that?
Well, because it's just too much. It's too because I don't have patience for that. First off,
what's too much about it?
Well, I mean, instead of dealing with one dude, you got to deal with 6 of them, and I don't have patience to be needing to get a shot, but then we gotta wait for homeboy over here to get his dick hard, or I don't have time. No more. Ain't really no fluffers like that. And the odds of having 6 guys in a room that are just standing there next to 6 different guys having their dick just hard is very slim. So
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I'd rather do maybe 2
So
guys.
are you literally like waiting, like seriously waiting for that one guy because it's his turn to do the scene?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a group scene, we need everybody in there. Like we need at least 3.
So what we see on Hub, whatever it is,
Pornhub,
that's
videos.
After the editing,
well,
chopped it up.
Y'all see the finished product. As consumers, that's all y'all need to see, because if y'all see any of the behind the scenes, I always tell people, if you're really, really into porn, don't ever come to set. Don't ever ask to see the behind the scenes, because it's just, it kills the fantasy. It's just not something you want to see. It just kills the fantasy. You don't. You absolutely don't want to see it. It will kill the fantasy. You want to see the finished
you can't
product.
Kill shit in my head.
Whatever, Speedy.
It's a wrap.
Speaking of that, here's a question that I wonder all the time when I watch like the anal scenes. Like, how come they always be so clean? You know what I'm saying?
Well, because it's called.
What you want to see? Corn?
They do
enemas. They do enemas.
The reason I'm asking, because every time I've tried anal, I have literally fucked the shit out of her, and I'm trying.
Well, you guys have to clean yourself. Clean her first. Yes,
and so I go, this ain't like in the movies. This ain't no fun.
Yeah,
because it's not clean.
Because it's not clean.
What was her name? Boo Boo? Look here.
Hey, boo-boo.
I mean, here's the thing.
No, really, though.
No. There's enemas. There's
Yeah,
enemas.
enemas.
And there's preparation, okay?
Right, okay.
If I'm
ladies
booking,
out there, listen up. Tell the ladies to
Okay,
listen
so
up. Okay,
if
go
I'm
ahead.
booking you for an anal scene, you're not going to eat a whole bunch of food the
Yeah.
day before. You're going to make sure you do your enemas. And most girls sleep with like butt plugs or something like that. So that, so that they're like nice and open. It's not going to be so hard, you know, when it comes and it's easier. Like if you're taking a fucking
She
Lexington
goes up to work with the
steel
blood. Hold on.
in your ass.
Let's go. Everybody in.
Right. There are girls that will show up with a butt plug in their ass. Like,
Everybody in.
All the ladies out there, listen to what she said.
So
I
when
mean,
you
but
go
I'm
on,
not saying-
he's saying when you go on the date,
Right.
so you should be
Clean-
prepared.
yeah, be
Clean your
prepared.
ass
You should
because you're
do
going
an
to do
enema.
anal.
You should do an enema, right? That's what you said. An
Yeah, enema.
So what?
So I mean, who has premeditated
think you taking
anal
I am,
sex?
'cause
I'm just saying, like,
I want all the ladies
when
to
you
listen to
when
this.
you
Are y'all listening, ladies? Go ahead.
when you go out on a date, right? When you're unless it's your girlfriend and
Okay.
you know y'all just into freaky shit and y'all gonna do some anal tonight. Like, what normal chick prepares for anal?
true that. And
That-
you did take her to get something to eat.
yeah,
Like, you know
that's
what I'm saying?
true.
Y'all going out on
Yeah,
a date. You know, y'all
But it
eating
takes a
and
while to
stuff.
digest,
Like,
No, you eating Taco Bell. It's coming right out. That kangaroo meat come on
Yeah.
right
Eating a
out.
burrito, y'all Mexican.
yeah, I'm trying to
And
just
greens.
figure
So
out.
that's what I've been doing wrong. I take them out to eat, and then it goes
So
down.
that's you
and-
like anal? I mean, you.
Nah, it's
Apparently-
cool. It's just a part.
Nah.
I mean,
Motherfucker wanna know how
it's
clean it is.
Nah, we can't ask. We got Giana Taylor here. Now is the time
Giana,
to
but
get
okay.
the
Let me
knowledge.
give you what they gave me.
Next, I'm gonna ask her about how when women deep throat, what they need to do. Cause
Yeah, okay, let's go with that one. Let's do
prepare
that.
for that shit because I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Because some women
Ladies,
can't
listen up
take
out
it
there.
off. They haven't worked on the gag
I
muscle.
don't have the gag.
How do you work on how do you get them to work on the gag muscle?
You know, that's a question I don't know
What
how
in
to
the
answer.
fuck?
I
Well,
really,
why
I
are
mean,
you here?
I'm just saying. And I mean, because it depends on the size of the dick. Like, not
that's true.
everybody.
Oh,
there's
some
certain-
people
Hold on, she's
have
about to
no
say I.
problem.
She said
You know,
I. She said I. Go ahead and say it. You about to say, well, I can take it
I mean,
off.
you know, look, I could deep throat. Okay,
can?
but it just depends
Oh,
on the
But
you
did
size.
you
can.
practice that?
This nigga said, oh,
deep throat. Oh wow!
I hate you. I
I hate
hate
the
you.
show.
I can.
Ever you the fucking worst. You are the fucking worst. Man.
I can.
I was just asking.
Nigga said, oh, really?
Whatever. Over there. Anyway, but it really depends on the size.
So, but some women can't. They haven't worked on the gag muscle, and I guess there's certain things you can do.
So, what are the tricks that they need to learn?
Like take your finger and
I don't know.
Come on,
I
man.
don't. I mean, I learned that I could deep throat by just doing it
Did
one
you
day.
practice?
Like,
Or
no. I just
took a real dick?
Just took it.
no,
It
she
just-
took the rubber one.
No,
Back.
you can take
What is you talking about?
take, like,
She took this
a
shit. Let me
banana
see.
or a cucumber.
Yeah, you can't
Practice?
You can't practice on no damn banana.
Well, I mean, you know.
You can't. No. You,
Okay,
Listen,
you gotta
you-
you gotta have a real dick, and you just
Or
gotta do
a
it. You just gotta do
or a
it.
dildo.
No,
No.
You
No.
need a real
just
one.
gotta
Not even a
dive
dildo.
in there.
You just gotta do it.
You gotta do
just,
it,
You
Pam.
just, you just
gotta
gotta
dive
go.
in there. It's hysterical.
You just gotta go
So
down
you
as
can't,
far
Pam,
as you
right?
can go.
I could take a car charger.
We ain't talking about no car charger, Pam. Goddamn it.
So
I don't have no. I don't even. It's hard for me to even take pills. So as much as I love it, I'm just saying.
Yeah, nigga hate you.
hate when
Motherfucker
women
hate
use
you.
that line.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to take a pill.
I don't even like suckers.
Wow.
Fuck out my room.
I don't even like suckers. I never used that
Do
one.
the
That's good.
spray? They have spray and stuff. Or
That's
do any of
supposed
that
to
stuff
numb
work?
your throat, and I don't use that stuff. So I'm sure it does work though. You have to ask somebody that uses the numb your throat spray.
You just straight relax your muscles.
Well, that's what you got to do. I mean, in everything you do, when you do anal, you got to relax your
This
muscle,
shit
right?
is
Everything you gotta relax your muscle.
Wait till you motherfuckers hear the backstory on this show.
Yeah, we'll tell you next week.
It don't make sense now, but trust
It is.
me, hilarious. He said, so really?
Ah, Speedy. You a
fucking. He said, "Oh, really?" She goes,
You do.
Don't you do, nigga? We gonna leave it like that. GT in the building.
Okay.
It is Freaky Friday. It got hot in the moment. Look,
No, I'm like, God damn.
got shit on your dick. Now we trying to get. Now we gotta numb your mouth. I didn't know they had numb spray. Hold on, bitch.
You can numb your mouth, your throat, your
I didn't know that.
ass. You can, yeah.
Where you get this spray from? Like from
At the sex store.
numbing spray?
I've
Yes,
never
I've
seen a
never
numb
heard-
spray.
I've never seen
What
it.
do you-
Never read. I thought I knew some shit.
Romantics, they
All
have
of those
all
stores
of that.
have it. All the sex stores have
I've
shit
never
like that.
seen numb spray.
I mean, you know.
And you open up, going.
It's like
it's
I like with
like-
45 minutes to get it numb or 30
I
minutes.
probably ain't even that long.
What?
I mean, shit.
That's what she said.
Hilarious.
All right, we'll go get the numb spray.
Hilarious.
Right. And they even have little pills that kind of like mints that women can have. Yeah. They got,
what you mean?
See, he knows it
Evan
all.
Evan knows
it
all this shit. We try
He
to act
knows
like
all.
he's
it all.
releasing
really
shit
don't know?
periodically. You know they got.
Yeah.
He done grabbed all that shit been on the counter. Yeah, it is. Made the cage of the counter like this. There we go.
a whole basket of shit.
So you're down, Mr. Evan? Yeah, I've been down. I need to resupply this shit.
Honestly, I think.
Do you got a box at the house?
No, I don't have a box, but I think every man should actually go buy, like, if he's involved with a woman, he should go buy her like sexy lingerie. He should know her sizes. He should know. He should buy everything, toys, all of that. It
And I
should be
just
a
met this
party.
bitch?
Not just meet her, but if
Like
you
if you're in a
gonna be getting
relationship.
with her, yeah.
Okay.
If y'all together,
So
it
that's
should
what
be
you
a
do.
party.
You go buy.
I'm not uptight about sex at all. I think sex is beautiful. Like, I think every time somebody, talks about sex like it's nasty or bad, it's because their ass is nasty. That's what it is.
Okay.
They're unclean. I think it's nothing nasty or bad about sex. I think it's all good.
What?
So take this pill, bitch.
And this numbing spray. Open up.
In the Bill Cosby voice.
Yeah. It's hard to give a woman a pill nowadays. Nah, let me give you this spray, bitch. Can't go to court for the spray.
You can't prove spray.
It ain't Me Too spray.
Right.
Oh, man. I can't. Y'all are crazy.
Hilarious.
Now, when you go to the sex store, what are you getting? Like, what do you got on the counter?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest.
You got the spray.
The main thing I was going to sex stores first was for the DVDs and the video.
Right.
Oh,
We
that's
all
okay.
started
That's
out
old
with
now.
that.
I got all of Giana Taylor's DVDs. I got all of them.
You do,
like
don't
all
you?
of them, even at the house, the whole nine. I got all of them.
You got them or you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I would go for the
Ooh, the
DVDs.
backstory of this shit is
but
in the building, sneaking in at the table.
Yes.
You gotta slide over a little bit there. The one, the only,
Yes.
Mr. Michael Colyar.
himself.
Yes.
Fix the mic for me.
Like right there. Talk right there.
Actually,
Y'all hear me
yeah,
right
we
there?
hear-
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Great.
damn right there.
Michelle.
Chicago
everybody.
strong right now. We real Chicago
y'all
strong
feel?
right now. The one, the only, Mr. Michael Collier in the building.
Yay!
Yes.
Thank y'all for having
You
me.
ain't gonna give no claps.
Oh, my
Y'all
bad.
got
Hold on, Michael.
Barack and everything in here, man. I left my Barack jacket in the car. I wore
got
that
a
in
jacket?
here.
Oh, well, we're going to
it's
steal
off the
that.
chain.
In the house, Mr. Michael.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Look at more, Michelle.
Welcome to Freaky Friday.
Another beautiful day.
You
Yes.
walked in, right? We was talking about, the sex stores, the shit that you buy.
Sex toys?
At
The shit that you get.
Oh, I got hit just in time. I almost missed the good stuff.
Now, you said, now what do you have on the counter?
Well, it depends. Like, it depends on the night. If I go, normally I go look at the DVDs, see what they have, on sale and that sort of stuff. Because you don't want to
pay
buy them full price.
Yeah,
Right,
you know
no,
what
you
I'm saying?
don't.
Then I look at the toys and see what they have that might make the party even more fun.
For her.
For her, yeah.
Okay,
For
because
her.
we always have this debate on the show every Freaky Friday. Speedy does not believe in a girl bringing out toys or
No, I didn't
a
say
dildo.
that.
You
I'm
did
just
say
saying,
that. You said
you
no
can't-
extra dicks besides yours. That's what you said.
I mean,
That's what he said.
Oh, Speedy's
Yeah, he-
selfish.
yeah,
He's
he's
selfish.
look, on that tip, yeah, you ain't gonna pull out a Mr. Remington, what's his nigga name?
Remedy still.
You ain't gonna pull his shit out and go, hey, well, why is he here?
I'll be honest. I roll out a whole thing of toys, whips, everything, and take your choice. You know,
She whoop you?
Nah.
Now, do you like to be tied up?
Nah, I can't be. I'm a black man.
Yeah, you can't tie
in
me
America,
up.
we already
You don't do
running from
ties?
being tied up and chained up and all sorts of stuff. It make me
Michael,
feel
can you
like
be tied up?
I go to
I
jail.
can't be any of that.
Turn this mic sideways.
No, I can't.
Turn it
do
this
that.
sideways.
Turn it sideways.
There you go.
Perfect.
Oh, that is strong on the side. I never seen a microphone that's
Because you see the little dot.
more powerful on the
Yeah.
side.
So
Okay.
So
All
ain't no
right.
tying up.
None of that.
Right.
No.
What about the sex toys?
No, but I will tie a young lady up if she's down
If
for
she's
that.
down?
Yeah, I'm for the tying. I'm not for being the tiee. I can be the tier.
Yeah, I can
Why
tie
is
you
it
up.
with black men and being tied up? Is it
Because
Is
It's
the
from our
slave-
slavery
I knew it.
history.
And
We've had
and
enough
we-
tying up and whips and chains.
And all that shit.
And we don't
we've
trust
done
it.
Matter of fact, let me tap the white woman since we on that. Let me tap the white woman. Let me reverse all of it.
How that feel, bitch? Now turn up. This is why black men don't want to be tied up. You tied up, and all of a sudden, she got your phone. Now hold still. Now who this bitch? Now you right here going, I don't know that bitch.
Well, it's in your phone.
Yeah, it's in
Yes,
your
you
phone.
become too vulnerable
Yeah, it's
if
too
they
much,
and
yeah.
they got, or she might tie you up and then the police come in. Or the worst
True.
story I heard is a woman tied this dude up and then a big nigga came out the closet.
Oh, hell.
What?
No.
Oh, man.
It was a setup. She tied him up and then she left the room and he heard the closet. You know where the mirrored closet
yeah,
doors
yeah.
be? This big nigga came out and said, "Yeah, now it's about to go down."
So what did he do to the fella?
I don't know. I didn't listen.
Is that the part where you left? You left at that
I didn't
point?
want to hear it, Mike. I didn't want to listen to the torture. I didn't want to listen.
Michael Colyar in the building.
His woman
Yes.
told him, just lay there and just breathe.
like you
Like
told me.
you
Like you
told me so
muscles.
many times.
Relax your muscles.
Relax and relax.
Put the spray in your mouth.
Fuck that.
All right, Mike, in the building. For those, we go back a long
How long you
Oh,
guys
we
been
got
back?
Alex
Man.
Haley's, man. We got roots.
Alex Haley's.
So me and Fox would go to Venice Beach and see Michael perform. And Michael, when you get to the point where you turn down $5 bills at Venice Beach,
Wow.
nigga, them white boys, hey, I got a $5, and Michael would just go in and motherfucker, this ain't no $5 show.
Oh, wow.
I've
Well,
been out
thank
here.
you. I don't remember that happening.
Hilarious. Well, this is during those years. Anyway,
During those years, now it's a backstory to that.
Yes.
Backstory there.
You
We'll
got
get to that
backstory
later.
to everything.
we'll get to that later. And so Michael would turn down the 5s, take the 10s, the 20s. Remember you had the clipper thing.
Had the long extended clip.
on, I was out there,
so
bro.
I can get the money when you was far away. I
Yeah.
can get the money no matter
So
where you were.
me and
Wow,
Fox
Mike.
see him do that
We
on
have
one
a
of them
stand for him.
Saturdays.
Michelle. Give Michelle.
He needs a stand.
He needs to stand.
So we
Hey, Michelle.
Oh,
Michelle act like she
He needs
met.
to stand. Oh, there it is.
That's Michelle?
yeah.
Okay.
Like, hey, Michelle.
Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you. All right.
So
There you go.
somebody show him how to clamp it on there.
I can't figure it
Oh,
out.
it's good right there.
You good? Okay.
They can see me. That's all we needed.
So
It ain't coming on, though.
I can't figure
me
it out.
and Fox see him. We figure we gonna go out there and do it ourselves, nigga.
Y'all took L's?
People took the money from us, nigga. You know, because you got to start off with some startup money. So we put a little money in the bucket, and then Fox went and did a little piece, and people came. They went, "Yeah, y'all niggas ain't shit."
No, I don't believe that. Fox was so talented.
No, this is back in the day. This is before he was Jamie Foxx. He was always Jamie Foxx.
He was Eric
but
Bishop.
But you know, at Venice Beach is a different monster.
No, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's what I
Vince
mean.
Beach is
It's
a different monster. But I
monster.
saw him before he did any shows or anything when we was doing this little club on Crenshaw before they even started doing comedy act, and Jamie would come get on that little bitty stage,
Yeah.
which was with Maverick's Flash.
Maverick's
Flash.
Flash.
Yeah,
He would
that's
get
what
on
I'm
that
saying.
little stage, and I didn't know. Nobody knew who he was, and he was still ridiculously funny. Just
Before we got into
took
those clubs,
chances.
he tried Venice Beach because we
He
saw
tried
you.
Venice.
And when I tell you it was
Wow.
bad. We
Wow.
went and gave my money to him. Here, nigga.
That's a different art form, and
Yeah.
people don't know it. I first saw Michael downtown Chicago when I was a
Really?
teenager.
And you saw when I started.
Yep,
'Cause
you
I
had
only
to-
did that for one summer.
Yep, I saw you downtown Chicago.
85.
Top hat, white gloves,
That's
the whole
wow.
nine.
That's right.
And I
didn't
followed
know
you
what
around
the hell I was
downtown.
doing. You're right.
Yeah.
Because you had top hat in summer
Why would you
with
have a
white
top hat?
gloves.
Yeah.
I was trying to create theater. You know? I did what I thought would work. It didn't work,
didn't
but
work.
it did actually. I became one of the best street performers
Yes.
in that one summer that I was there, and then winter came, and then nobody trying to hit no jokes on State Street in December. So I packed up and came to California.
And that's what made you come here?
Yeah, that's what made me come to California. I was actually heading for San Francisco because I heard of Fisherman's Wharf. And nobody bug you on Fisherman's Wharf. You can stand out there and do your comedy. But in Chicago, when I started in 85, breakdancing was really big. So breakdancers would come, little black kids would take a cardboard box and break it and lay it in front of the store and then start spinning on the head. Like 300 white people would stand around a circle and watch them. And then they collect their money. But the merchants didn't like that because those folks watching them wasn't going in the store. They get their money and keep moving. So they went to the legislators. So next thing we know, we can only do certain streets on certain days at certain times. We have to have a license and all that.
To breakdance?
To be out there doing any street performance. Any street performance. And by then, winter was creeping up on us. And I was like, oh, I'm going to Fisherman's Wharf. Well, I could do it all day long and nobody's going to bug me. And then I got there in February and passed out because it was so cold. I thought it was warm all year round in California. There were seals. Seals were in the water. That's how cold it was. And I passed out from stomach flu, drove myself to the hospital. They said, oh, you got stomach flu. And by then, I had met my wife, my now ex-wife, my friend Brooks. And Brooks told me about a place called Venice Beach. And I came back to Venice and ended up being there for 9 years. Everything else.
It was 9?
86 to 95.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember like the Memorial Day weekends, you would kill it. What's the most you made on a weekend?
I ain't saying that out loud.
Exactly. The IRS will be calling.
Oh, they'll bust you. They'll bust you because they'll estimate.
Yes.
You know, actually they'll guesstimate. You know, they did it to the chainsaw juggler. Remember the white guy, Robert Gruenberg?
Yeah.
He would juggle a running chainsaw, an apple, and a raw egg, and eat the apple without breaking the egg or cutting itself. And he had made a lot of money. And he quit. Wouldn't get him a car dealership, but they had already sat out there and watched his show and guesstimated. They watched what people put in, and they multiplied how many times he works, and they came after him. He ended up spending $40,000 in court to keep from having to pay more money, and he lost the car dealership and everything, battling what they said they owed him. You know.
Yeah.
So I ain't telling y'all nothing. I ain't telling y'all shit.
As a matter of fact, that wasn't even you out there.
That wasn't me. Somebody looked like me.
That was Colyar Michael.
Darker fella.
He was from Illinois.
Peoria, not Chicago.
Y'all got a good show going here, man.
Thank you.
Nice. Now I haven't seen you in a while. I think the last time we
probably on our other show when we were at the other place.
Well, I mean stand up.
Oh, stand up.
Yeah, I think the last stand up show we did was what
One
used
of
to be
your
Mixed
spots?
Nuts. What used to be Mixed Nuts.
Oh wow!
And so Michael's a beast. We're gonna make sure we get that right.
that
So I'm on the show with
down.
Michael, and he does his thing. I do. So I'm selling T-shirts. He's selling shit.
All right.
I'm still selling shirts. He sold out. I said, Nick, what the fuck? And you had a book.
Yeah.
You had
Now it's 2 books.
Yeah,
two,
you had
two
like
T-shirts,
some other shit.
CD, DVD.
Nigga, I had one shirt and I kept slashing the price. $1. How about I give it to y'all? How about I give it to you and you sell it to him and he'll sell it back to me?
The merchandise is the ticket, you know.
You was
That's
killing
awesome
with
to
it.
say.
And the book is called, well, one of the books is called.
Yeah. Oh, the first book is called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. And that's my love note to Barack Obama. You know, I sold 9,000 so far of those. And I'm still selling. I estimate. I'm guesstimating.
Yes.
He's
Maybe.
guesstimating 9,000 or 9.
I didn't
Or
know
nine.
one was
Or
going to
nine.
be visible because I would have brought one I could have showed the people, but I don't think I brought one. But I did bring the second book. Let me see
Is that
if I
a
bring the
Merce?
first book. I did bring this. Let me see if they can see that one.
Right
Now,
here.
which is
That's your
this?
shot right
What is
there.
that? That's
Where's my
dope,
shot?
man.
Where's my shot?
I don't know
Which
what's.
one?
And what is this
Is
one?
he on the shot, Nick?
No, you can't even see that over here. Oh, it's over there.
No, you got a camera right here.
Oh no, right here,
go
right
ahead.
here.
No, you can go.
Oh, okay,
They got
that's
to be
good.
able to read. Hold up.
There you go, Mike.
There we go.
Bam. In your face.
Right there.
And what is this one? A cartoon
that was
book?
called Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff. It's a poetry book for adult
This is
children.
not the shot.
For
A poetry book for adult children.
Are they retarded?
Yeah. People like myself. People like Robin Williams. People who believe and live this life. You know, they think you should live it for real.
Oh, Les Brown.
Yeah.
did
Skip
forward.
in the sun. Yeah, the foreword is by Les Brown. But there's some profanity in there, so the first page makes it really clear so your children don't think it's something else. Go back one page. It makes it real clear. It simply says, this book contains cussing and shit. It say that right there on the front page. So we don't want people looking at the cartoon. Oh, I'm gonna get that for my grandbaby. You don't want to get this.
You don't want that.
for the grandbaby.
Don't put this on the coffee table.
There's some stories in there you can read to the grandchildren, but not a lot of it. Not it covers.
And this one sells for what?
That one sells for $25, and that one,
This is a nice book.
and it sells too. It's my
and Michael, don't think Michael come down. Like, I was doing, 10. No, nigga, it was 25. My man said, I ain't got it. Okay, cool. It's 25. He moved on. He moved on.
It covers my addiction. I'm an addict, so I did crack for 23 years. And
So
as
did
of
Pam.
March,
I ain't doing 23 years, nigga.
no, but I ran into you a couple times. March 1st, as of March 1st, I had 7 years of pure sobriety. So
good.
there's a poem in there that's called A Piece of Crack on Your Crack Attack. Now, that one
I gotta find
has me inside a cocaine vial. That little cocaine jar you have, and it has R.I.P. on the top for rest in peace, because when you're getting high, technically, your life is on hold, And
Crack
so
attack.
inside you'll see, it's on the next page. So that was just a setup.
that this one?
It's the next page.
okay.
That was just a setup
It's
for
his
the
book,
poem.
Pam.
I was like,
There's the poem,
wow.
but there's the art. And so you see on
wow,
my
yeah,
shoulder
yeah, yeah.
is a crack pipe, because that's the
this camera right
weight
here.
that I carried. And on my leg, you'll see.
Right here. This one right
No,
here.
it won't be big enough.
Oh.
Look.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what she said. See, and then on my leg, you'll see the crack rock.
A crack rock.
Chain, that was my ball and chain. On my shoulders is the crack pipe, which is the weight that I carry.
Now-
so it's a cold piece.
Now, what pulled you out of that darkness? What was the thing that made you say, hey, I had enough?
Wait, I gotta show you one more.
Okay.
This one I gotta show you. This one called My Mama Likes Obama. Okay.
My mama likes Obama.
Come down.
Down,
it
come
down,
down.
yeah.
Go the other way.
Yeah, right
Okay.
there. There we
There
go.
you go.
Now go in.
Okay.
That was called Mama Likes Obama. Several things. First of all, and I was trying to sign it, to autograph it to you. I only got as far as the 2S. The rest of the speedy
So we can keep this one
on
here?
the S.
You gonna sign it for us?
Not we. He.
I'm just
Yeah,
supposed
this
to-
is right there.
You're not giving away more than
Speedy
one?
keeps on asking me to come down and do a show, and I want to. You my friend, I love you,
we've been
but I'm
boys
just
for a minute.
crazy. Like, I'm late now with shooting stuff, and I told him I had to leave by 2. And
No
my
problem.
pants
I
are
got
still
you.
wet because I do a scene where it looked like I did some business in my pants.
Yeah.
So I got extra pants in the car. I didn't change the pants. I jumped in the car with wet pants,
right here.
and I
Okay.
came right over here because I
Thank you
said
so
I
much.
would come. So I really want you to have that book. You're gonna love that book.
Now, people are listening. What was the thing that said, I got to stop doing this? What was that
Well,
moment?
it's how you say you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I lost more friendships and opportunities than you could even count. Now, I was a functioning addict. Don't get me wrong. For 23 years, I was working.
Okay.
Didn't nobody know I was getting high except people getting high with me.
Pam.
Yeah.
Pamela.
Until I came out and made it part of the show. People whispered things. But when you're high, you really don't think nobody know you're high. But some people do know. Some of the key people do know. You come in sweating like R. Kelly in the playground.
Right.
They figure there's got to be something to this, you know.
Yeah.
So I lost a lot of opportunities. I was tired of my coming home late at night, my wife crying, and being sad and upset because I was getting high. And I remember I used to come in sometime and I'd bring extra dope with me. I always keep a couple crumbs, a little piece of stem,
Oh, he keep looking at me.
And she go to bed because I know you understand.
Look,
I do
look. Go like this, Mike.
Yeah. And then I get right back up out the bed at 3 a.m. and go in the bathroom and sit on the floor for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Getting high.
Lose time.
And I do a one-man show called Michael Colyar's Mama. So I tell this whole story. And it's really
Which
deep.
is what you're doing here, right?
No, not right now. It's gonna take more time than this nigga.
No, I mean, not here.
Oh, we did it here. We did 15.
LA.
That's what I'm gonna show people.
Hilarious.
That's my mama right there. That's my mama. If you like your mama, you'll love this show.
Okay.
So I did it here. I shot it here for Netflix. Well, first we did 10 shows here. Angela Bassett came. She said she loved it. Lou Gossett said it blew his socks off. Can't wait to see it on Broadway.
Nice. Wow.
Jennifer Lewis said it changed. No, Robert Townsend said it changed his life. Jennifer Lewis made everybody stand up. Although I don't think it's appropriate in theater to scream out, "Stand up, bitches!" But she did it.
And they did.
And they did. And then they
It was
picked me up
Jennifer
at the
Lewis.
National Black Theater Festival. We did it there. And they said that my show is the best show of their season.
Wow.
So we're going to do a 100-city tour. But first we shot it here in Hollywood Barnsdall Theater for Netflix. And so we're editing it now. Now, when I say shot it for Netflix, Evan, I want you to understand, Netflix don't know nothing about it. Okay, I ain't called them. I ain't
you shot
talked
it
to
for
them.
them.
They ain't got my number.
Let's
I don't even
be
think they
clear.
know me. But I shot it for them, which
Okay.
means I'm shooting it in the specs that's for them. My director, Leslie, Leslie Smalls is one of the greatest.
Yes.
And so he's directed. Now, originally it was directed by Iona Morris. Greg Morris from Mission Impossible.
Yes.
His daughter is the leading one-person show directress in the country. She's the bomb. So she's the one who actually helped me pull together the story that I put together and turned it into a story that I can tell. Okay. And then when I wanted to shoot it for national cable, I went and got Leslie because Leslie knows how to shoot these specials.
And shoot it the right way.
So Leslie.
So you know 100 cities?
I'm going to do 100 cities.
So you know I do stand up.
I know you do. However, we don't have an opening act.
Okay, cool.
So
would you like to have an opening act?
And people ask me that too. It's like, well, man, you should have me open it up. And I'm like, no, it's not open. It's theater. You know, a lot of times people see a comedian doing a one-man show, and they think it's a long-ass comedy show. But no, this is theater. It's 2 acts, 55 minutes and 45 minutes, with a 15-minute intermission. Wow. And so it goes through my whole story of me being raised as a child, how my mother raised us, and me and my 4 brothers, and my dad, who's an alcoholic that we just adored, and my mother stayed with him for 25 years, and then she had to move on because she wanted more for us. We were living in the projects, and it looked like we were gonna never get the projects because my dad drank up all the money. You know, he had a hustle though. His hustle was selling booze because in Chicago, on Sundays, you couldn't buy liquor until after 12 o'clock, noon. So my dad'd go out Saturday and buy a briefcase full of booze, and then get up in the morning and sell to all his alcoholic friends. The problem was he turned around and drank up all the profit. Okay. So my mom and dad would fight about that forever, and she finally left my dad. You know, which I think broke his heart because he died about 6 months later. At first, I thought he had died from diabetes because he drank a fifth of booze a day and smoked 3.5 packages of Pall Mall. You know Pall Mall?
Yeah.
That's like wood. It's like cigarettes like wood. They don't have no filter. And he did that every day, and he had diabetes. So at 51, his heart exploded in his chest. And I thought that it was diabetes, but as we think about it more, I really think it's from a broken heart. I think he loved my mother so much that it just... It's what I think took him out. But it's a hell of a story. It's funny. It's dramatic. It's really
And when's the first city for that so we can let people know?
No idea.
Hilarious.
But it's coming your way.
It's coming your way. And when it comes, everybody and their mama go, no, because you know I be telling everybody. I stop telling people on the street. They say, why you telling me? I say, shit, I'm telling everybody.
Michael
and the play is called what again?
Michael Colyar's Mama. If you go online, especially if you go to my webpage, therealmichaelcolyar.com, then you'll see a sizzle reel from it. You'll see a story about it, pictures about it. You can go to my webpage, therealmichaelcolyar.com. It's real good.
Mike, real question. You said you were 23 years sober, right?
No, 23 years on crack.
Oh, on crack.
I have 7 years of sobriety.
7 years.
7 years.
Like,
I wish it was the other way around.
Oh, I knew you on crack.
And I said pure sobriety.
You on crack when I met you.
Absolutely.
And you didn't tell me.
It's right. Every time I came down to Jamie Foxx show, high as a motherfucker. What you say?
But anyway, I digress. But pure sobriety, what is that? Explain that.
Pure sobriety is when you don't do anything that alters your mind. Like for a while, I stopped getting high, doing drugs. I wasn't doing crack, I wasn't doing blow, but I still smoke a little weed, I drink a little cognac. Then I realized I was drinking a pint. All the time. For a while, Hennessy had a pint that they covered with a little color. It was made out of rubber. It might be green, red, or black, and it was on. And I would collect the covers and throw them on top of the refrigerator. And I looked up one day, I had a pile of covers. That's how many pints I drank. A pint, smoke some blunts, and I didn't think nothing of it because I felt like shit. I'm doing good. At least I ain't smoking crack. You know what I'm saying? Wow. But that's not sobriety. Sobriety, pure sobriety is you're not doing anything that alters your mind at all. So I don't smoke nothing, shoot nothing, drink nothing, toot nothing. I wouldn't take a sip of champagne if I hit the lotto for $100 million. I don't do none of that. Sobriety, the gifts of sobriety are so awesome for me. I have everything I've ever wanted now. I'm standing in the middle of my dream right now, and it's because I'm sober. I'm clear-eyed. I always had the tools. I should be already having some of that Steve Harvey money. Yeah. But the only thing is, when you get high, you put your life on hold. So I watched all them other guys that started with me walk past. I'm at the parade. I'm standing on the curb watching the parade go by. When Cedric Entertainer got in the business, people used to say, oh, this dude in St. Louis dressing like you, trying to talk like you. I didn't even know who he was. I was already star status, but I was on hold. So all those guys marched right past. I was wearing suits when Steve Harvey was wearing hammer pants. So the thing is, all those guys that went past me, Dale Hughley's and all them, because while they was doing their business, being on their game, learning their craft, figuring out the business, I was getting high high, getting fucked up. But I was always working. Because I was a functioning addict. So I've done a gang of movies and TV shows and series and writing books and things, you know. So I ain't mad at nobody. I want everybody to do excellent. Everything that happened to Michael Colyar happened to Michael Colyar because of Michael Colyar. So it's on Michael Colyar to turn that around. And I'm doing it. I'm
glad Michael Colyar is here.
Thank you.
The sober one.
What was your rock bottom, Mike, that made you say, I'm not doing this?
You know, I don't think I ever had a really hard rock bottom because you know you have to hit.
Well,
your
you
bottom.
smoked it.
You have to hit your bottom. Yes, I smoked every rock I could find. Every rock I could find. Damn it! I don't think I ever. I mean, the rock bottom was reality. Was waking up and realizing that I've been living in this town, never made less than 6 figures a year since I've been here, and I've been here 30 years. And then realizing I don't have no money nowhere. I haven't saved anything. I don't really own anything. You know, I'm about to buy my first home. In fact. I'm being forced to.
We got a phone call.
I got to be out my house in the house I'm in now in 73 days.
You didn't own that house in Diamond Bar?
No, neither one of them. And I had 2 there. 5 bedrooms with a pool. I had 2 of them. You know, but I was spending money partying instead of being wise.
Call it what you name.
Put your headphones on.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Then you can hear what they're doing. Go ahead.
Call it what your name and where you calling from.
DJ out there, Vegas.
What's up, DJ?
DJ out there, Vegas. What to do?
Nothing. I can't call them. They're trying to get through it to get to it, you know.
I hear you.
DJ, did they wake you up? Were you having a nappy nap?
Nappy nap.
Nah, I'm at the work site right now, pulling over, trying to, give me a little break in.
That's right.
But yeah, Michael Carr, I want you to. I don't want you to relapse or nothing, but I want you to talk about that first crack rock hit. Talk about what got you into smoking the crack and that first hit.
Boy, that first hit's a motherfucker. Yeah. Anybody tell you, the first hit is a motherfucker. The first hit, you end up chasing the rest of your life because you'll never have that high again. When you have a euphoric blast, your eyes go into high beam. You're like, oh, right? And everything about your body is tingling. Then paranoia kick in. wait a minute, did you hear that? You know, I mean, it's like, but then you spend the rest of your life chasing
that
because you will never find that first hit again. You'll never find that level of euphoria. The only thing I thought was close to it was opium. I had opium in Germany, and opium was that kind of a clean, crisp high where you was really high and you didn't get sick and it didn't affect your body, but you was out soaring in space. That's the only thing close to that I thought was crack. And so you get to chase and then it was fun, but I got into it because I just want to have fun. Robin Williams said it best, cocaine is God's way of saying you're making too much goddamn money. I was on Venice Beach making bags of money every Saturday and Sunday. I only worked weekends. And I didn't owe nobody nothing. I didn't owe nobody. I didn't own property, but I had real nice places I was staying and living. I had a nice car. And then I hung out with friends that were artists as well. Of course, always graduation. We start out smoking a little weed. Then somebody put a little blow down you and take a line, Then all of a sudden, you snort until you off the table. And then somebody said one day, man, what happens if I take this rock and I drop it on this hot piece of glass? So then 23 years later, you'd be like, damn, I sure fucked up a lot of time.
And money.
Fucked up a lot of time, money, and opportunities and friendships,
Well, we still friends. You ain't never smoked my shit up.
That's true.
When he said in friendships, me and Mike fell out. I was one of the friendships.
But we only fell out in your mind. I never knew about it until you called to tell me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I think he mean that. Because when I called him, I was like, Mike, it's time for us to stop this shit. He was like, brother, what are you talking about?
I had no idea.
Who is this on the phone?
I could have been so high when I fucked up. I don't remember what I did.
That's what I do. Yeah. I know she got to go go see her daughter, do her thing. So give me your information.
Thank you. I'm Giana Taylor.
What do you do?
I'm founder of Urban X Awards.
What's that?
It's the first ethnic adult award show in the porn industry.
Oh, are you a porn star too?
No, I used to be a director. Yeah, I used to be a director.
Because you're built for fun.
Thank you. Is that right now?
Yes, he is.
I'm using that one. You built for fun.
That's a great line.
Give your information.
Okay, so urbanxawards.com. Urban X Awards is going down August 19th. Make sure y'all just go to the website. It has everything on there. It's hosted by Cindy Starfall and Ricky Johnson.
Can we get Cindy on the show?
We can get Cindy on the show.
And
absolutely.
Cherokee.
I'll work on getting Cherokee on the show.
Get Speedy to come on and do a little guest spot. He do butt naked comedy.
I ain't fooling
see
with
that.
Speedy.
Speedy said you didn't want to see that.
I ain't fooling with Speedy.
In a cat suit. Have him come out in a cat suit and do it.
He got his tail on backwards.
We trying to get Speedy there.
Now,
this
is that
year.
profitable what you do?
It can be. It can be.
They want to know is it anywhere they can watch it? Is it going to be online or?
Actually, this year is our first year that we're going. We're live streaming it. So
nice.
when you see the, I don't know, where's the camera?
This is your camera, right here.
Okay, so
this one here.
When you see the little barcode right there, that's on everything. That's
Down.
on.
Go down.
He said come down.
Come down.
He going up to the
Okay, so there's a barcode right there. You put your iPhone over top of the barcode.
Bring it down, Mike. There you go.
If you have an iPhone, you put it on top of the barcode, and it immediately take you to our live streaming page.
Oh, that's dope.
If you have a Android, you have to download a barcode app or go into Snapchat. And Snapchat to do it. So yeah, that's September Rain right there.
September Rain.
Everybody that's not in California and you can't attend Urban X Awards weekend, you can watch it live stream August 19th.
So what if our fans want to go and they live here or they come here? Can we hook them up?
Yeah, we actually, I can come back on. I could bring some. That is September Rain.
Yeah, she was on the show last week.
I could bring some of our guests and they can give away some free tickets.
We gonna do that.
I want to go.
But if you want, you want to be my comedian.
Well,
we got to work a deal out.
Look, I want to go, but I'm very expensive.
We
just want to go.
I know I can't afford me.
We can't afford you, but you can come to the show.
They can afford me.
I can't afford you.
I hosted the first Urban X Awards.
You did,
and blew it up.
You did host them
and tore it up.
Is that when we had Punani Poets there too? Was it Punani Poets?
I remember the Punani Poets.
I don't think that. I don't
okay,
know.
so then you hosted.
Which one did I
second
host?
One.
No, the one
you did host one.
Yeah, on
2011.
Ventura.
No, I hosted your
Which one?
very first awards. I remember
Urban
you were
Spice
putting
Awards.
yeah.
That was in Studio City.
Yeah, at the Platinum
Live.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's when Punani Poets was there.
Yeah, okay.
And Aaron Hall got up on stage.
Oh yeah,
and
Aaron
sang.
was there.
Yeah. And then Speedy, you did 2010 or 11.
Whatever after that.
We were on Sunset.
Yes.
At Boulevard 3.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Great time.
yeah. It was an amazing time. We were gone for 5 years, so I just brought it back in 2017, and we had an amazing show last year. Sold out show, of course.
And you gave them all the information.
And,
yes,
again,
we're going to give away tickets for
urbanxawards.com.
that on the show for our special people who subscribe to the show. They're going to get tickets right off the bat.
Right.
We're going to hook them up because they subscribe to the show.
And let me let the fans, your fans know, Speedy, that the Urban X Awards is like the Oscars. It's just adult film.
Black folks.
For real, it's adult film. And what was wild was like the Oscars, they'll say, for Best Actor, and then they'll list the top in the film. For Best Dick Sucking, and then they'll have a top, and then they'll show
a
scene.
deep throat category?
Yeah.
It's called Orgasmic Oralist. And
then they show the scenes. They show the actual scenes, and everybody be hollering like at the Oscars.
But they don't show nothing.
And
they don't actually show the penis in the...
Yeah.
Well, we don't anymore because we're going live and we're trying to get a deal, a broadcast deal. So you have to keep it kind of,
And they're acting.
Non-explicit.
Right? Because they're not in love with each other. They're
acting. Absolutely.
It's like the Oscars. A good analogy.
Yeah,
it's an Oscar day.
It's entertainment. It's entertainment. So, just come to Urban
So now
X
what is your
Awards.
other
A lot
job?
of fun.
What is my other job?
Yeah, do you have a job besides that or just this? What else do you do?
I do a little bit of everything. I host girl cage fighting. I host topless karaoke.
Did you grab your pearls,
Yes,
Michael?
he did. He did
grab
clutch
your
his
pearls.
pearls.
You did
Cage
grab
fighting.
Oh my God.
That's exciting.
I mean, our girls literally.
You see, I gave you my card, right?
You came to one of my cage fights.
I didn't see you
when
look
I used
at
to
it,
fight.
But I said that
Got
right
it,
there,
got
so
it.
you know you get. Okay.
I got it.
I did go to one of her cage fights. Don't get it twisted. This woman will kick a whole lot of ass. I watched her knocking
cage
folks
fighter?
out in a heartbeat. I watched it. Yeah, she fine, but she rough as hell. Don't get it twisted.
What did Michael say? She's a whole lot of.
Well, you said
A whole lot of fun.
no.
Built for fun.
Built for fun. Built for fun.
Put that on a t-shirt. So we know you got to go. We got to get the baby.
Yeah, I gotta get the baby.
Play.
Baby's
Thank
got
you so very
plays to do,
much for coming out. Next Friday,
So
we
she's a
gonna have.
soccer mom on the
Oh
side.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes, I am.
gotta have some side shit you do for real.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
not.
I'm a full-time soccer mom.
Cage fighting and
Cage fighting and
Shooting
and-
pussies.
and,
Oscar shows.
and listen,
She's raising the babies.
and topless karaoke. We do topless karaoke.
I gotta see that.
Yes,
I
we
haven't
do.
seen
We
that.
just
It's
started.
hilarious.
We just started topless karaoke.
What night?
We're
Wow.
on Tuesday. Our
Hilarious.
next one is June 19th at Dames and Games Van Nuys.
Mentioning that, did you realize that chickens don't have titties?
No.
They got breasts.
Chickens are breastless. They don't have titties. They're titless. They don't have mammary glands. So technically, you're eating chicken chest. And that's just a little fact
Just a
y'all might
little
want to take with
Fun
you
fact.
Look,
Take
Fun
that
fact.
with me, huh?
while we're
got some
talking
fun facts
titties.
right
I just
here.
want to talk
Chicken
chicken titties.
There you go.
That'll stay on this topic. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I only know that because
I'll take a chicken-
my woman got me into health now, and the
Oh.
only meat I can eat is chicken chest.
Mike went totally
Okay,
off
he went
topic. How did we
completely
get
off.
into
We
chicken?
went from
Titties
Urban
is
X
on topic.
Awards to
But you see how he
titties
floated.
to
Did
chicken
you
titties.
know?
Chicken titties.
We all perk up.
A little known fact. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know, black folks, because we don't know
facts.
We
everything.
listened. We was
Did
like,
you know?
I know. We all like fun facts here.
So we take a quick break. We'll come right
Yeah, we
back.
come right back.
Don't
Right
move.
back.
Can you hang for a minute? You ain't
I'm
gotta
hanging. I'm late. I might as well stay.
go. All right, cool. That's what I'm talking about.
Ain't
I
got no place to go and all day to get there.
I was
Hilarious.
about to tell them to play the music. I'm the DJ.
So
What's that bullshit? Don't move. We'll come right back. It's your boy in the building. Bam.
We can go ahead and do another.
Play that one. It is the Rollout Show right here. RolloutStudios.com.
we
It's your
are
boy
black.
Speed Dougie Dog, the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Why?
Because you're never going to meet Jamie Foxx.
But for $14.95, you
cold
come to
right
my
there.
play at,
The Wilshire Taco Bell Theater.
and the play is called.
damn, mama, you always doing that.
That's a great name for a play right there.
By the
Damn,
directors of Mama, You My Daddy?
Two. Anyway, this is your boy Speed in the building. In the house we got.
Nikki Pam.
In the house we got.
Evan Lionel, a.k.a. E.L.
In the house we got.
Michael Colyar, world famous, world renowned, often talked about, alleged comedian, gentleman, and a scholar, intellectual giant of the pool of mental midgets, and a connoisseur of fine haberdasheries.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Damn.
I'd have fucked that up like in the middle. That
But everybody just call me Spooter. No.
one of my mentors. He
God
probably
bless
doesn't
you
know
for
that.
saying
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
I look up to you. I see how you work.
But I ain't never been to a Jamie Foxx party.
No, you
I know that. You know that. Been knowing you 35 years. Nigga. I ain't never been
never
to
been?
Not to
Yes,
one.
he has.
And you are lying. I ain't never been to a Jamie Foxx
Speed,
party.
you ain't never invited
I
your
would
idol.
love to go to a Jamie Foxx party. He throw some parties.
We
Now,
all-
not as wild as when he started. They was
Oh, yeah.
wild
Oh, they
when he
way
started,
tame.
but he have tamed down from what I hear.
Because there's kids running around now.
He had kids running around then too, but they was doing some freaky ass things.
They look like kids.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They look like kids. Little
Hashtag
people.
me too.
We got a party coming up for
All-Star Weekend.
for
BET.
BT because he's hosting this year
And what's the party at?
at his house.
How do I get that? How to get to that? I want to come to that.
I got you.
I'm coming. All
got
right,
you.
I heard it.
You know, because you was gonna put me on the tour. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Now that you got me opening the show up,
That's right. Put it like that.
can't afford me. Look here. That was the greatest line. I think I can't wait to tell somebody that.
What?
Can't afford me.
Oh, I'm Steve.
I'm that nigga to go. How much you got now?
I hung up
lawyer.
on a person. I was laughing today when I hung up on a person. I think they offered me $3,000. I was like, my woman give me $3,000 to stay home with her. And then I bust up laughing and I hung up.
Hilarious.
They got to come back.
What would
call
you
back
have
correct.
said for the 3,000?
Speedy, it's a
Nigga, I'm
dream
already
come
there.
true.
I'm already there.
Dream come true.
Send me the deposit. I'm there.
In a heartbeat.
Well, at the end of the day, and I get it, because, we're all in this, and I don't try to undercut anybody. I would never call that guy and be like, I'll take it. But it depends if I'm not doing it. It depends on what my weekend is or what I'm doing and who I'm talking to. If it's a friend of mine, we've been knowing each other, it's cool. He's like, Speed, help me out, whatever it may be, I'm going. But somebody random, no. If you call me for $3, that means you got more.
I just did the French Quarters in Bellflower.
Oh, yeah.
Night for
Everybody
last.
do- yeah.
You know what? No money on that.
Yeah.
And I was scared the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's my friend Screw, and he asked me to do it. I came to do it.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you just say, hey, man, it's somebody I know, and I might need to work on something, so we give and take a little bit. And you're going to sell books. You know,
Yeah, and I'm going to do a lot of that, just going to rooms, because we're writing 2 more specials for me called Michael Colyar, Inside and Out. And so inside, we're going to shoot at USC.
Okay.
And then outside, we're doing live from Venice Beach, which is called The King of Venice Beach. And
Wow.
so you know they're building a stage for me. It looks like a king's crown.
No.
And I stand in the middle of the crown and perform this show. It's called The King of Venice Beach. And Leslie's directing that.
Long overdue, Mike. Long overdue.
I mean, if you need somebody.
But we're writing 2 complete hours of stuff you've never heard come out of my mouth. So none of these jokes, any of it, would have been heard before. So that's my way to sort of get back out here in a major way, is do 2 1-hour specials, have those going with the play while I'm selling books, while I'm doing motivational speaking. Just trying to eat regular.
And what's the thing that you're known for, which is when somebody say, now you heard the joke before, just because the motherfucker dead don't mean.
Oh, yes, Red Fox. I love Red Fox. I don't think an old joke should die.
Joke alert.
Just
Yeah,
cause the
old joke
motherfucker
alert.
that wrote it did. We lose a lot of great jokes if that happens.
We really be starting over in this motherfucker.
Old joke alert.
Who was one of the first person you looked up, or you had a chance to go on the road with that you looked up to?
Nobody. Nobody that I've really wanted to go out. All the people I really wanted to go out on the road with won't let me go with them.
Oh,
Like, who would that be?
I ain't saying that. You ain't coming to me with no boo.
well, I got the list right here. You gave it to me.
I've performed with artists who performed with me one time, and they don't want me in front of them no more.
Yeah, and that was partly mine. I'm pretty sure with Evan is that I have really good friends, and I can say, Arnez J.
Yeah.
I've been knowing Arnez probably since we both started doing stand up, and he started at ATL. Then he came out here, and then when when we moved out here, he moved in with me. Then he got married, and then when they had a little argument. He had to come back and stay with me for a minute. He won't let me go on the road with him. Under no circumstances. There's certain they will not let me do anything with them.
What was his
or
reason?
they'll
Did he tell you the
assume-
reason?
No, he never gave a reason. And you don't have to give a reason. It's Hollywood. No one has to give you a reason on anything.
Right.
And then the other part of that is, well, Jamie Foxx got you. I'm like, nigga, I'm my own man.
What does that mean?
That they figure, well, Jamie gonna hook you up. So they don't call and say, do you want to do this?
That's
or do
so
you wanna do that?
retarded.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the worst.
That's like when I be selling my merchandise and people be like, well, you don't need my money. You rich.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not selling merchandise because I need money. I'm selling merchandise because this is what I do. This is my merchandise. This is the stuff I sell.
And you need
this. How I get my paper. My woman's a shopper. You know, she don't understand if I come home without the money.
How long have you been married?
I'm not married. I have a fiance who I've been with
shacking.
for 6 years, but I was married prior to this. I was married for 24 years to a woman I was with for 28 years. It was a nice run. But when the thing is over, it's over. You know, and nothing's worse than sticking when it's not sticking. You know, when it ain't working, you got to go.
And now, did you guys both like, hey, you know this ain't working, or did one person go, you know this ain't working?
Well, I sort of was the one left.
Okay.
But we announced it jointly on my radio show that we decided to go our separate ways.
Okay.
You know, and she's my friend today.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we don't really hang out, but we talk, you know, and when we talk cordially, we laugh together. And she's cool. We cool with it. In fact,
That's wonderful.
she came to see this show. You know, the one-man show covers my life. So it covers my relationship with her. When I first met her, it covers my relationship with my girlfriend who I had while I was with her, which produced
That's real.
my daughter who's 22 years old.
How's she doing?
That's
My
real.
daughter's amazing. She's an angel. She sings her heart out. She loves God.
Oh, that's right. She is a singer.
She's brilliant.
Yes,
she's
I remember that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And it also covers my
You sure it's yours?
my current
Anyway.
queen. Does look a little like the mailman. Okay, go. But he was a nice fella, and obviously he delivered. But anyway, but I tell that whole story. What's so deep about it is, I did the show 10 times in this town, and when I did it for the 10th time, it was on Easter. So on Easter Sunday. And Brooks, my ex-wife, hadn't come to any of the shows. And I was very nervous about it because I talk about my addiction. I was addicted, most of the time I was with her, I was addicted and sneaking around and doing crack and went to AA and fell off and came back. I missed crack, when I first, stopped doing crack. I missed it, but I missed it like that bad girlfriend. You know, the one that fuck real good, but
bust all
the
your
bitch
windows.
is crazy.
Yeah,
so when you get through fucking, you want to get out. Get the fuck out of here. Take all your shit.
Why do you like crazy women like that, though? I don't
Because
understand.
it's the best in the
ever.
world. Ever. Oh my God. It's a difference in love making.
As soon as you nut, you go, I'm at this crazy bitch.
And you be as soon as you come, you be like, how am I gonna get the fuck?
She gonna say something crazy because it starts really cool. Then she go, so who the bitches you fucking now? Really?
And in this show, I tell the whole story, and I tell a story about how when my girlfriend got pregnant, and I was really going to leave Brooks, but I had one rule: nobody messes with Brooks. So I wanted to tell her, but my baby's mama decides she gonna shortcut me. She got on the phone and called, and this is in the play, and the phone rings. And she said, "Hey, hello, Brooks. This is Denise. I'm pregnant, and it's Michael's baby." Click and hung up.
Oh, wow.
So where are you at the time when that call happened?
Well, I wasn't home. I got home and answered the answer machine and heard that. Oh. So then I had to tell Brooks.
Okay.
Because she had beat me to the point I had to tell. So I told him Brooks passed out. And I tell the whole story. And then publicly on stage, I apologized to Brooks in every show. I say, Brooks, I know things weren't going well for us, but you did not deserve my betrayal. And I apologize. I hope one day you can forgive me. I sent her to the stage and do that every show. But on this Tim show, she showed up. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. So I was nervous.
And go, let me see.
Oh, dude, I'm nervous doing the whole show.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I hadn't been talking to her. I didn't know she was going to scream out or, you a motherfucking loud. Throw some shit on the stage. I had no way of knowing any of that, and I'm doing scenes where she's in the bed sleeping. I'm on the floor in the bathroom getting fucked up. And at any point, there was many opportunities that she could have jumped out and went the fuck off and then stormed out or did some crazy shit. And the theater is black, so I don't see where she is, okay?
She's somewhere in there.
Very scary. My queen sits right there because I talk about my queen. Wow. So Kelly is sitting there. Brooks is sitting there. All that shit is dark, and I am telling my truth with nothing in between us, with no filter. And then when the show was over, she came up and hugged me and said, "Michael, I'm proud of you. You did a really good job." And that meant the world to me, that I was able to tell the truth and tell our story. I wouldn't soil her. I wouldn't dirty her up. I would never say anything about her anyway. I always think men are cowards if they've been in a long-term relationship and then they go out and say a bunch of bad shit about their ex, because the ex wasn't always bad. The ex got bad when the shit didn't work no more. But up until
I try to tell Evan, sometimes.
A lot of times it's us. A lot of times it's both people.
We ain't shit.
If the dance ain't working no more, you don't want to keep stepping on each other's feet. You're just gonna go. Go about your business, but you shouldn't have to hurt the other person. I don't ascribe to that.
Well, with that in mind, it is Freaky Friday.
Wow.
I mean, you fucked on the side.
Thank you. For 2 years, nigga. Okay. And I feel bad. I feel bad about that. I like to say, I feel very.
As you bring your daughter in,
I feel bad about that.
Say hi to your new mama.
Oh wow!
This is why I don't come on your station. Your show always make a nigga go too far. Crazy.
Outside with the straight razor. Let me talk to you.
I don't realize I've gone too far until I have.
Right.
And I'm like,
Trust me, welcome to all of our worlds every day.
It is Freaky Friday. And we have hold on, we have segments here at Mike on the
segments.
Segments.
Yes. I mean, it's a part of.
We're an actual radio show.
It is now segment time.
What's her job?
Cool.
That is
Cajun?
That's Cajun. She's our intern. And
okay.
She's tweeting out the show and
nice.
texting her girlfriends that this ain't shit here. I hate being here.
I can't believe that
They
got
talking
me here
all
on
kind
this
of
Friday.
shit. The whole
Can't
nine.
none of them do shit.
When will this shit be over? I gotta go home.
They old,
Yeah.
Old dudes talking about
Brian
fucking.
Russell, the basketball player? Utah Jazz?
No.
B. Russell.
For B. Russ.
I don't know sports.
Oh, really?
You a black man. How you know sports?
I don't know sports. I know drugs. I know gangster shit.
Okay.
I know how to rob a motherfucker.
Okay, he's a big pipe.
I think I recognize him. He sounds familiar.
It is now time. Turn me up, nigga.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Freaky shit. With Nicky Pam.
With Nicky Pam. Y'all
Tell me how to do your song.
Freaky shit. With Nicky Pam.
Turn it up, Nicky.
freaky shit. With Nicky Pound.
Top 5 freaky shit.
All right.
All right, we got.
That was okay.
All right, so it's top 5 freaky shit. Okay. And what is
Okay,
it?
so these are top 5 things men hate in bed.
Ooh,
You guys hate these things.
another
in bed.
fella. Let's start. Let's
Just
start
to kick
there.
it off.
Start there. Yeah. An unaware person in the room. Yeah. Number 5.
I thought about you. You guys hate to us referring to anything as cute.
Yeah, don't.
Why? What is wrong with that?
That's not. And we say, oh, those are cute shoes. Men will take the motherfuckers off and never put them on ever again.
And there is no such thing as a cute penis.
Yeah.
Let's be clear on that.
There is.
Because all usually comes in there.
This is cute.
I will
That's
admit,
cute.
I admit to having a pretty dick, but you can't call it cute.
Okay, cute and
It
pretty.
ain't
I
fun no
got you.
more
I
if it's
got you.
cute.
That's like when y'all say y'all be little stuff. Like
Yeah.
say your little show,
Your
your
little
little
show.
this.
Oh,
your
that's
that.
the worst. No, that's the
Yeah,
worst.
that's true.
Your Lil is worse than cute.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
man.
gonna get back to your Lil show. Let me get back to reading your
Your
Lil
little
book.
pipe.
You still doing that little comedy shit you do?
Yeah, doing your Lil
Little
comedy
man.
show. I'll be like,
I came to your little show last week. You ain't seen me. No, bitch, I ain't seen you. What's wrong with you? Yeah, we don't like little or that
Cute.
other shit.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Yes.
Number 4.
You hate for us to talk too much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean, okay, so if we're in the middle of sex, we can't.
You talking about doing sex?
Yes, during sex.
Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about in the middle of sex? What the hell do we have to talk about? You should be concentrating. You should be concentrating on what we're doing. Can't do all that talking and concentrate at the same time. That's some bullshit right there.
Hey, when it happens, I literally just put my dick down her throat. There's no talking. There's no talking there.
You use the gag method. I see. Okay.
Hashtag me too. God.
The gag.
Evan might be strong on love around this motherfucker.
No, nothing will give you a softie quicker
Really?
than a woman
What
going
if
into a big
what if we're
conversation.
giving you a little instruction?
No.
Oh, that's gotta be. And that number 201. That's gotta be.
That should be one.
Terrible.
baby.
You don't want no directions or instructions.
Put your dick over here. I will not.
No, instructions are fun if it's something you don't usually get to do with her. Then that's fun.
Okay.
You know.
Hilarious.
Hold on, my mama in the other room. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, the instructions got to be said in a certain way.
That is correct. I meant to add that part. Yeah. That's correct. That is correct. If the instructions aren't giving in a playful and fun way,
It
that's
can't
not
be
good.
instructions.
Like what?
Right.
Like don't
Like, what if I want you
don't
to
put
go
my
down?
don't put my no.
It has to.
What?
It has to be loving
You can't
suggestions.
tell me that.
How do you lovingly suggest that though?
Did you do what?
Open your
down.
legs up. Just open your legs up. Go.
Oh, okay.
Honey, would you like a joyful treat?
I have a now later.
Follow the arrow.
Something
Insert some shit in
delightful.
there. That we ain't. Those, you got a prize for you down
What
there.
kind of damn radio show is this? I don't even know what kind of show I'm on.
We don't know.
Y'all say anything on this show. Wow.
It's a show to sell this book.
That's right.
No, yeah, but you have to. You just can't say you gonna eat my pussy now. No, that's not.
Really?
No, I don't.
forward.
I don't want.
Okay, can we say
But
like,
if you say,
come over her?
baby, eat my pussy, then that's an
Okay, I like that.
invitation.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
a
an
directing or
invitation.
instruction.
Yeah.
That's a direction.
Okay.
And I can say
invitation.
no, thank you. I'm cutting down on cholesterol.
Trying to keep my diabetes down
Yeah.
Sugar levels, right?
My sugar's way high.
because you're too sweet for me, baby.
That's right. She'll let you out if you hit her with that line. Well, in that case.
I mean, you just wait. You like honey.
Hilarious.
Number 3.
They say peer pressure on the penis, which means it's not limited to scratching, biting,
No,
What?
no, don't scratch me.
or
don't bite.
hostile. I mean, getting hostile with any man parts in any way.
None of that's acceptable.
Don't grab.
None of that-
no.
all
Okay,
that-
I can't
all of
grab
that-
you and pull you closer.
No,
to you.
all that is choke worthy.
Thumbs in. Thumbs in.
Choking.
Police come over. The lady said that you choked her. Officer, she grabbed my penis and twisted it into a bow. She's going to jail tonight, sir. You don't have to worry about a thing. Where are those handcuffs, Freddie?
Hilarious.
I don't like scratching and no.
Nah, because it leaves evidence.
Plus,
Well,
you
the
get
DNA
home and your woman sees it.
Now you gotta explain.
All that explaining to do.
Then you gotta go. Well, I was playing ball with my shirt off. And Michael Colyar scratched me.
Oh, hell no.
That ain't gonna
They
sound
know
right
I wasn't nowhere near basketball court. They know that's
He don't even play basketball.
Now, would you let a woman like paddle whoop you or?
Nah, it ain't gonna be no whooping, none of that.
But you
stuff.
like to whip, you said.
Yes, they
I understand, man.
Y'all got nice asses and nice backs and legs. I don't have an ass. It's flat, so
Well,
it
what they have
shouldn't
to
be
do with
whooped.
anything?
It shouldn't be whooped.
Stop.
It shouldn't be whooped. I
No
just,
bondage and
and
all
then
that.
a man.
I get a
can
good
take it.
image though of a spanked female behind. That's kind of sexy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, reddening it up.
Now,
I'm not
Pat,
getting vicious.
Have you ever
and beating people?
Took something and whooped a guy with it?
Nah. But I told you the story.
Then who's over there? Hey, Sean.
Who is she checking with?
Right.
Yeah, it was a nice little quiet. That's gonna be a nice little quiet ride.
San Diego.
Let's turn on some music. But go ahead.
I forgot. I was going to say number 3 or 2.
No,
You was the story.
No, I was
the
telling
story?
the story about this. There was this one guy I, was starting to date or whatever, and he just out of the blue, he says, "I want you to get a dildo and put it in my ass."
Oh hell.
And I was like, "Huh?" And I had to call everybody, "Is that gay?"
Sean?
Yes.
No, never him. Never.
My buttocks slammed shut when you said that. I don't know if you heard the sound. It sounded like a pistol went off. Pow! Just sounded like that right there.
No, but
Did you leave him?
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk to you about that. Because after I got all the confirmation from my girls, because I was like, is this some freaky shit or is this like gay? And everybody's
Well, it's
like,
real gay. It's
I
gay if
think
he came with the dildo.
I think sometimes women do that. I think sometimes women do that to me in the test them.
They
To
want to
see if they have a gay gene.
Oh, okay,
So they
okay.
try to tell, baby, can I try it on you? And they'll
Right.
be like, not in this life, bitch.
I done this like bitch.
They have strap-ons and stuff. Yeah.
Hey, do y'all watch Billions?
Yes.
I
Yes.
love
the
that
best
show.
show ever.
and
I love that show.
and
they,
the character on there.
Yes.
He likes that.
they
shit.
go
He
into
does.
that dungeon.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they do.
That's one of the best shows on the planet.
Yes.
Yeah, they
That's
say
a
wrote
great
the
show.
shit out the
It
show.
is.
Yeah,
And I'm not mad. They only got one black person, which is Whatchcomb's daughter. That's that's
Whose daughter is it?
from Cosby's.
Felicia Rashad's.
That's
Oh,
her
really?
daughter.
She good too.
Oh yeah, she
That
great.
was the second one was on this last episode. Oh, you ain't seen the last episode?
Come on,
Dude, let me tell you something. The last episode is the best episode they ever had.
Okay.
Ever. This
gotta
shit
check it
is riveting from the word go. This shit is crazy. In fact, my woman don't even watch the show. She was in the next room and she heard a couple of sentences from. She said, "I don't even watch that show, but I want to watch that now." Oh yeah,
really?
this episode.
Oh, wow.
It's called. I can't wait till next week.
I've never
I'm
seen
crazed,
It's all
brother, and it's thinking on a different level.
Yeah,
too.
you got to binge on last
If you
year.
think $100 million,
Right, yeah, you got to be
It's-
caught
it's-
up.
I can
yeah,
go
if you
on
think
demand.
$100 million is sexy, don't watch this show. You got to think $1 billion
Yeah.
is sexy before you even get what they talking about.
And these
Right.
these two people, one wants the other one in jail, one trying to stay out of jail, and trying to. It's
Manipulation.
Oh,
Oh my God, it's the best show I've ever seen.
It's called.
they wrote the shit out that movie.
Billions.
Yes.
Huh?
Billions is beast mode.
Yet the main guy
Okay, we're gonna go
got
number
to go
number.
down in that dungeon with the whips and the chains.
And take it up there.
Any other way he can get it. And this woman is happy to give it to him.
And then he said, because he said, yeah, he said, tell me about the guy you fucking. She said, huh? Yeah. She said, oh, you want to hear all that shit? How you? Yes. And she took that whip.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I said, motherfucker.
And she one of the sharpest people in
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole series. She's
Yeah.
they all go to her for advice. She's sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, she called. Back to this other shit.
Number 2.
Number two.
Number 2.
You do not like us to be too silent. See,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Oh, you want to hear some sound.
you
Or
got-
I-
That's our
Like-
only way of knowing
Yeah.
if you feeling it, enjoying it, or whatever.
So moaning and groaning is cool, but
Yeah,
just don't
it's a
have a
turn
full
on.
conversation.
If you lay there and you quiet and you filing your nails and shit, it's gonna throw us off a little bit.
Texting like
Right.
the
Oh,
you
young
playing-
girls be
Or watching
texting all the
TV.
damn time.
Words with friends. I spelled that wrong. Yeah, you got at
Yeah,
least.
silence not
You
good.
got it. The moans and groans is a turn on.
I told.
Thank you.
Don't
Michelle,
talk,
that's
don't
what
be
I'm
quiet.
saying.
I told
Just
you.
moaning and groaning. And
I told you what Fox
Outlet.
said. If anybody watched the Kardashian video. He said the reason why everybody went crazy about her because of the way she moaned. He said she sounded like a little gnat. It's too big. And she did that shit the whole fucking video, and that's why everybody went crazy.
That's the one with her and Ray J?
Yeah.
Okay,
and the whole time she's like,
it's just too big.
Which made Ray J a star.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if he ain't too big, dudes like that shit.
Make it up.
Car Charger would
be creative.
Hilarious.
I'm telling you the real.
Wow.
And number one
that
dudes don't want to hear in the bedroom is...
And you don't want to hear us crying.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
What if we're crying it because we're too emotional and we love you now?
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Y'all want us to cry?
Yeah, that means we feel like we done conquered some shit now.
You understand?
My dick's so good it brought a tent. I'm putting this dick in a bottle and sell it.
Along with this book.
Talking about. Along with this book.
What do you have there, Mike? Oh, this right here.
Yeah, the book and the dick. That cry. You want this bitch to cry? Yo, crying. Oh, yeah, Pam.
It's funny you should ask.
Crying is a whole nother level.
And I've done that. I've done that.
It's been so good.
Like maybe twice, yes.
That's
like
good.
Twice or two.
No, it's good.
That means you grab.
Have you ever cried like with this?
She's 12.
Oh, shit. No. We don't ask the children.
Yeah,
we don't ask the children. We don't ask the children.
Hey, you can read this book though, Michael. She can read the book though, right?
She can read the book.
She can read the book.
It's gonna be some cussing in that book.
Have you ever cried? I mean, not around Speedy.
Michelle was like, "Funny you should ask."
But that I'm telling
Wedding
you,
night.
Wow,
it's very empowering.
It is.
Oh yeah. It's
now we try to figure it out.
It's like that first high.
You feel like you the king of the road.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. It is like that
You're
first
the
high.
That first high.
Especially when you crying while you deep throating. That is the most beautiful thing on the planet.
That's not natural though.
Michelle said that's easy to do.
No, she ain't crying then. Her eyes just running. Eyes just running now.
I don't think she approved. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Right.
You don't want her to cry then.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Michael's not usually like this. He's doing a Bible study tomorrow.
And he's available for church shows and kids' picnics. Oh yeah.
Now, but you have made him cry.
Yeah, in many. Is
that the goal to make us cry?
No.
It would be
Listen,
dope. No, it's not
every
dope.
girl.
I'm getting ready to be real and totally honest.
Okay.
I have.
You ain't been real all of them.
Nigga been lying up to now.
Up to now.
Now.
I'm gonna tell you the truth now.
About to switch that off now.
Now I don't really choke the shit out, but watch this.
Giana, you gonna tell us? Okay, go ahead.
It's if you really putting it down, they will cry.
That's true.
Yeah, because you're gonna hit somewhere deep emotionally. So now that's when you left fucking and went back to having
making
sex.
love.
Yeah, making love.
But
Because there's a difference in making love and fucking.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Explain.
Well, making love is it's really you're gonna get emotional. You're gonna touch them deeply within it. So fucking is when you in there. There was pussy splashing juice everywhere.
Right.
It's fucking. It's just a different thing. You ain't supposed to find a word with a word, but fucking is fucking. You know what I mean? You know the difference. And if you are the recipient of a good fuck, you know that this here ain't fucking. You be like, oh wait a minute.
That thing, this is what I'm supposed to cry.
Making love is cute. Now you go back to cute. Making love.
Hey, but don't leave. Once you hit that, that's when the crazy starts.
Yeah, that's when the crazy.
Oh, that opens up the door to crazy. That turned the key in the door of craziness.
Yes. That is the key that unlocks crazy.
Yeah, you owe them your life after that.
And then now all your car windows are busted out. Your mama ain't shit.
Yeah.
You ain't shit.
Ain't never gonna be shit.
And you better hit it like that every time from now on. And I don't know if you got that. I don't know if we got crying dick hit in us on a regular basis. You can do that. That every couple of months or so. But you got you're winded. You're winded.
That's a Hennessy
You gotta
night.
get up, do some exercise, get some vitamins and shit.
Look,
Crying, Mike called it
both
crying.
y'all done took blue pills. Here, baby. Chew it.
One day I took Viagra and X-Lax, so I was coming while I was going.
They the same color. That's why they the same
You
color.
was coming and going at the same time.
Hey, liquid boo boo. Look here.
Liquid boo boo.
Oh shit!
It is the Rollout Show right here.
It's the Rollout Show.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky diggy.
Yeah.
Friday, freaking up in here.
Freaky Friday.
Yes.
So Evan said, "We'll be real with you."
I'll be real with you. Nigga been
Lying
lying.
Oh, like
4 years of lying.
The entire time.
Tell you this
Whole
real
time, Barack Obama shaking his head. Yes.
shit. Now, are you're in a relationship now, or are you just dealing with the past stuff?
Dealing with the past stuff.
What does that mean?
Past stuff. Just craziness. And I get a lot of
crying
crazy
dick. The crying
women
dick shit?
because I love hard. Like I don't have a like some people. I don't know how people can say just do it a little bit. You can't give them all of it. I don't know how to do it a little bit.
So the first girl, she get it all.
She getting it all. Yeah, she getting it all.
Okay, let me
if
ask
we
you-
gonna do it, we really doing. We going all the way. We really going in. The problem with that is I hit the crazy switch every time.
Yeah.
Maybe you should switch that up.
And I'm trying to find out how.
Maybe,
Give me
uh,
some
I was
advice
gonna
on how
Maybe
to
you should
switch
start
that
slow.
up.
Just meter it out to him. You know, give him a little bit of tip.
Put the tip in.
Let
Just
him
put the
build
tip
up
in.
to it. Don't let him
Just
go.
put the tip in.
I don't
Don't
know
go
how
all
to
the
do
way.
that.
Sometimes you just want to put the tip in. Just dab it in there and come on back out.
If you take a paper towel and wrap it around the back end, so you only go in so far.
Oh my God.
Put the duct tape. Take your duct tape, put it to the back. See, the duct tape will stop you from going all the way in.
Duct tape is good going on. Taking it off is the killer.
If the
gotta
monkey
pull
is
it
hot,
fast.
it'll melt the duct tape.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey.
Now, what's the oldest lady you've been with?
Oldest lady, probably 54.
And you were?
45, I think.
This lady was 50 something. I was 25. But I needed furniture. And,
Did you learn anything? What did you
No.
learn?
I didn't learn shit. I just got my furniture.
Oh, you
I
got the furniture.
and pin numbers.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta survive.
The only problem is that you got to hold her hand all the time. So,
While you shopping for the
Yeah.
furniture?
so every time she would reach to grab my hand, go to grab my hand, I'd be like, we got to get all this shit. Like this. No
And you walk past the couch
because they got to show that you there.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I'm 25. I'm 25
And she
thin,
claimed-
shirt tucked in. She was 50 something.
impossible.
Was her name Miss Myrtle? What was her name? Miss Myrtle?
Miss Margaret. She also sold the icy cups and nickel bags. She's the one who had to go to the second floor.
And her daughter would come over because her daughter went to SC, and we like play dominoes, and the daughter was like, "So how you doing, Speed?" I'm cool.
Was the daughter fine?
She was cool. She was cute. She was cute.
That's nice of
But
you
I had to
to
get the
say.
rim. I had to get furniture.
Very nice of him.
You wrong, Speed.
Hey,
You had to
man.
survive. Oh, women do that all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm wrong when I do.
You can name. Look at Trump's wife is how
Oh,
old
well, yeah, that's
compared
true.
to Trump
That's
old
true.
lad.
She definitely fucking for a billion or millions.
It's accepted when a woman does it and a man got money, but when a man does it, then we wrong. If we go date Whoopi, we wrong.
Because y'all lie. Because y'all
We
lie.
wrong.
Y'all lie.
That's just because it's not
You
enough
tell her
money.
what you told the old lady what she wanted to hear.
No, I
to get
didn't.
You told her you love her. You held her hand.
That
You
ain't
sat
what
with her in
women
public.
doing.
That ain't what I did.
What'd you do?
You just fucked her.
Stop.
And he hit the switch.
Yeah, and they give you a pin number. You're gonna take.
He hit the switch to the pin number. He hit the switch to the pin
I was
number.
at the thing going. That mother said, "Please." I went, "Okay, I don't need that
There
no
you
more."
go.
I had to put these zeros in.
But women do that all the time. Young women date older men for money. They not
Pam.
dating them to
They
be
do. I ain't
rich.
never done that. I don't think.
Come
No, I
on.
don't
What's the
do-
youngest guy you ever did?
Oh shit.
High
23, the
school
one you broke me. The one from
from
Yeah.
Detroit.
23?
or no
23
Cleveland.
ain't
Like
that young.
23 when I was like in my 40s or something. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that was.
Yeah.
Was you paying them?
No. Not at all.
What'd you give them?
Jordans,
No, I
video
didn't give a shit.
games.
I didn't give a shit. I mean, he
PlayStation.
wanted to be in a relationship.
See, me, I play them like
Like,
He
blackjack.
was I didn't buy
After
shit.
21, they
I didn't trick
busted. Yeah. Now I've been hanging out with R. Kelly, and if they're 18 or older, they're senior citizens. He will throw your ass out the window.
True that.
Get the hell
True
out.
that.
Another Chicago
Rob,
guy.
disclaimer. I'm not with Mike on that. I ain't saying
Rob is my friend. Rob, no, I'm telling jokes.
We'll cut the
we
screen-
go
we'll cut the
back
screen off
home.
right here.
Rob be like, "Come here, Mike, Evan, come on in here."
You've been doing it.
Huh?
Do you go with the thing everybody saying we should boycott him? But you from Chicago, you knew it was like that to begin
It's
with.
not enough information for me to boycott it.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, just like when I shot my show for Netflix, they said, "Ain't you boycotting Netflix?" I said, "Fuck no, I ain't boycotting shit but poverty." You know, everybody's problem ain't my problem.
Exactly.
You know, I let people do their shit because ain't nobody coming to my rescue. When I got some shit, it's gonna be on me.
And Mike, I thought you was the most decorated comedian of all time.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought you did. What was it? What did you win? You won.
I just want
Star
Star
Search.
Search.
Star Search.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
first brother to win.
But it's
If
so
I'm saying.
yeah, but it's so funny though. Did you see the piece that Amy
Schumer.
Schumer did on it?
I did. No,
You got to
what
see her take on it.
Oh,
She's-
really?
When my girl says she's the
On
most
YouTube.
decorated, and then he pops the pictures of all these great comedians laughing their ass off. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, everybody, they hollering, they slapping the table. You know, I don't know what that was about, but I'm staying out of that because
Exactly.
I know her as well. And I ain't gonna be nobody on no radio show saying no shit about nobody.
and getting caught. But I will say this: R. Kelly, same area, grew up same spot, been knowing him for years.
Different money.
And all the years,
Different outcome.
Different money.
different money. But I never saw Rob with no young girls. I never saw him. He used to hang out
What,
all the
they
time
in the,
with me.
Not even a lead.
Bernie, I never saw. Now I asked him. I went up to Rob and I said, "Rob, they saying you married this teenager during the time that he was supposed
Aaliyah?
to be married." Yeah,
Yes.
He did.
I'm telling you, I talked to the man. I was sitting right there.
What'd he say?
at that
Well, he
time.
gonna say, "Yeah, I did."
I know he didn't. He said, "Man, that's just publicity. I never married her. That was for publicity."
Oh, the
and
marriage.
this is what Rob told me because I couldn't wait to see his ass. I was like, "Motherfucker, come here.
Right.
You married some teenager?" He was like, "Hell no, man. That's publicity. That's the labels doing that shit." And then later on down the line, they said it was a license, but I don't know because he honestly was real about it. We was homies, like homies. At
I almost
the time,
want to
so.
believe.
Yeah, it's the real shit, and I
But
never.
he did
saw
have a
him
movie
with young
called
girls.
If She's 5, She's Only 5.
Well, to
Well,
his
it's called
credit,
Jack.
let me just say to his credit.
To his credit.
Nowadays, you can't tell how young these girls are or how old they are. Because little girls got titties. Do you see the titties on the girl? The girl's 14 years old. The titty set up like a goddamn tabletop.
I
You
never
could have
saw
sat
the
your
video.
drink on her titty, not spill a drop. Now, I graduated Morgan Park High School 1975. In 75, 14-year-old girls did not even have titties. They were looking for training bras. They don't even sell training bras anymore. Cause you're born with titties. It's called that shit they put in the food. They putting steroids in
Chicken.
chickens,
Steroids.
cows. I went to church chicken the other day. Bought a chicken breast, looked like a fucking sofa. Okay, they putting the steroids in chickens, cows, and pigs. But if they're growing, the animal's big, and you eating the animal, fuck
Now-
that gonna do to you?
Now, with you saying that, because you have a daughter.
Yeah.
So when she started to date and do that kind of stuff, were you like, I need to talk to you? Or
I'm terrified every day.
okay.
That's the speaker
Oh, you
just
have-
said.
oh,
I'm
yeah.
terrified every
Just
day.
said that.
She's 22 years old. I'm just terrified. And she's the most amazing person. I'm more terrified that someone would try to take something from her more than her giving something away.
Well,
you know?
they already know. I got 4 daughters. Anything happened, go wrong, I'm there like
You going to jail.
I'm there like Dexter. So you're gonna be
Like
duct taped,
Dexter.
and I'm right there. Nigga, gonna cut this out of you. 'Cause
Yeah.
cut this arm off. You ain't gonna need that.
Yeah, 4 daughters?
I have 3.
Wow, y'all ain't shooting no blanks, huh?
Not at all.
Okay, all right.
You know, we make them cry. Anyway,
Good thing
Get
is my
the crying
daughter is my
switch.
daughter's very smart. She's very savvy. You know, so she knows
you're
how to
done
protect
though. You
herself.
ain't gonna have no more.
No, my new woman, she don't want no more kids. I'm trying to talk into it. Even trying to talk into adoption. I would love to have one more kid, but you know, being a semi-senior citizen and all.
What the hell is a semi?
Well, I'm 61, but I don't feel a day over 59. So I'm trying to hang in there.
You wear 61 well. Mike.
Thank you, brother. That's why I keep all my hair shaved. You see all this gray, you be like, "Oh, Santa made it."
Yeah, I have to dye mine. I can't. It don't look right on me.
Oh,
I see some brothers have it. And they're like, "Oh, it look cool on him," but I look like the old creepy dude that they go, "That's him, mommy. He touched me."
Oh wow!
He offered me candy.
Yeah, he did. Anyway,
Been looking.
so you're not dating.
It's hard, Speedy. It's hard out there because right now women are. It's an attack on heterosexual males. I think it's like we can't do shit,
especially
right.
heterosexual black men.
Right. Yeah. It's like we can't do shit right. So to be honest, I want to like. I love women, but it's hard because they want to get us killed. Like it's like they attacking heterosexuals and glorifying homosexuals. Mm-hmm. That's what's happening right now. We are in that time where it's the get back from all the shit our fathers did. Like I
didn't know you were finna go there. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
No, but I'm serious. It's some get back. Our fathers was living well. They have us as a family, then have a family down the block. Right in the neighborhood. Now
don't nobody say shit. You playing with a nigga look just like you. You know that thing.
Yes.
We're there.
I think a lot of what's in the food too. There's stuff in the food like corn. If you read a study on corn, they're using a chemical. I wouldn't dare eat corn. They're putting a chemical in corn, in the fertilizer for corn, that has changed the sex of small animals. So an animal starts out as a male and becomes a female in the terms of its life because it's eating this chemical that they put in the corn. Oh yeah, they tried to kill us
for the pigs because
who's at USC who studied it, and they kill you about that. So 80% of the corn that's in the entire planet is used that fertilizer.
So you try and tell me my spicy nachos gonna have me going psst.
In a minute.
Okay.
And you weren't that far from it.
I was around the corner.
Daddy, your phone. Yeah, but it is in that food, man, and in our culture. You know? In our culture. That's why I say black men are rare.
Yeah.
Niggas.
All day.
They everywhere. You can open the glove compartment of your car, 4 niggas fall out. Open the glove compartment. They fall out. They everywhere.
They fall right out. They fall right out.
But black men are rare.
What's up, nigga?
Do you have sons?
I do. I have sons and daughters.
How many sons?
And I have 2 sons and I have 3 daughters.
Nice. You have a Lionel Jr. or no? Did you do that? Yeah.
No, I didn't think that was cool. Like,
no,
you got to let them have their own identity.
No,
you got a lot of.
I had to deal with this name. You gonna deal with this shit too. So
I got
a third. I got a third.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Hey, nigga. First nigga get. Donald's a third. I'm junior.
Oh, you're junior. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Hey, man. I just feel like
we've been knowing each other.
I don't know.
You met Donald 35,000 times.
Hey, I'm trying to throw you out there. Who's the third? Oh, so you got an illegitimate then Michelle perked up. Oh, so really?
Michelle's eyes did get big. Okay. No, I have a question. Okay, so, I mean, here's the thing. I think for you and being single, I don't even think it might be the black thing. I think it might be the comedy thing because you guys are gone all the time. You can't really dedicate the time. Yeah, we do think you fucking, especially comedians. Yes. I mean, I'd rather date a musician over a comedian. No offense, but you know what I'm saying?
Comedians do get some good pussy though. I'm gonna say that up
you guys,
not me, but the other ones.
Listen,
so you heard
we are not fucking all the time. Stop. We be on the road. Why do you think in a hotel there's a Gideon's Bible? It's for you to study in the room.
That's there for you to ask forgiveness.
Then they call you. And they're trying to listen for the TV. So what are you doing? I'm watching the game. I don't hear it. Really?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we do.
I muted it. We'll mute it back up.
Right.
Wow.
In a minute.
I can't be in that relationship.
Yeah, FaceTime. Look, FaceTime come. Oh, no.
Yes, right. Now
right.
You got to show the whole room. Yeah. I saw a bitch duck in the back.
Now look, you get your phone. Now why would that bitch stand up?
Exactly.
Stand up, bitch. Ain't nobody here.
Exactly. Ridiculous.
So true.
I think too because being comedians and we do. I go back to the room. I don't know about nobody else. Michael, you go right back to the room.
Is this pre-crack or crack time?
I go get food and go to the room.
Okay.
I go get food and I go to the room. I try not to hang out.
At this stage in your career,
because you know why?
Tell me when you and Jamie on
back in the day
tours and shit like that bullshit.
Damn, that was 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
I think at this age, we as long as we got our money, there's a great night.
Right.
Yeah.
Where before, you giggling around, having a good time, then you go get the money, and then it's problems, and then you have to deal with that. Now it's like, okay, I got my deposit. I'm at the club. I need to get the change. You get yours when you land, or
I get mine before I leave the hotel. Yeah, before I go to the place.
Okay.
Wow.
If they don't have the money while I'm at the hotel, I don't leave the hotel. I cut on cable and I catch a nap, and then I go back home.
Wow. I get mine when I walk into the door at the venue, but I might want to consider.
Yeah,
I
never
get
to the venue.
I don't want to take it to stands there. I don't want to scare them.
Do you know why I go to? I go to the venue because I've noticed in many cases they will say to the audience that you just didn't show up.
Sometimes you have to do that.
What I do is I go out. I say
walk all through the place.
I'll go out on stage. In one city, I literally went on stage and I told them I'm here. I'm just waiting on them to handle the business. I'll be out when they do.
I did that in Atlanta. I did that in Atlanta. Some brothers was mad as hell. They didn't have my money.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped going to places because they didn't have the money. And they were going to get you at intermission. By intermission, they didn't have my money. It was getting close for me to go. I walked out on the stage, took the microphone. I said, hey, y'all, I'm letting y'all know I'm here. But they didn't give me the rest of my shit. So I will not be doing anything. And then this brother come out. He was darker than that sign up there. He had on a 3-piece orange suit, nigga. Orange on orange in orange with orange crocodile shoes and an orange hat. And he walked out like a black dot in an orange suit and came out and started talking shit. Man, you be out here disrespecting us. And I said to the audience, fellas, I'm probably going to need somebody to walk to the car with me. A bunch of brothers jumped up, we'll walk with you. Yeah. Then they went and got my money, and they paid me, and them dudes escorted me, and we did not go back to the hotel. We went to a different hotel.
Oh, that was smart.
Yeah, yeah, but no, they'll do that if you play that game, but I don't even go. I don't even go. If I'm not there and they want to tell the audience I didn't show up, that's fine.
Now I have had clubs, the real ghetto ones. So I think it was in St.Louis. My man that used to do the
who's that? Terrence.
Yeah. So this club ghetto and motherfucker. So I always come.
I know the one you talking about.
So as a comedian, I have to go feel what the room's like, so I know what jokes I'm gonna do. So I watch the first couple comics. I know what to do. Okay, I'm not gonna do that joke or whatever it may be. And somebody I hadn't got paid. I got the deposit. I'm still waiting. And some dude walked up and said,
"Nigga, you funny as a motherfucker, man. I can't wait to see you get down."
And he put all the money in my hand in 5. I'm like, okay, I guess I got paid. I guess how they do it here.
Fives.
Yeah, in 5.
Oh, in 5?
In 5.
Wow.
I'd done a show in Elizabeth, New Jersey with Simply Marvelous, Cedric the Entertainer, and one other comic, and myself. And we'd all got the money, but when we showed up, they didn't have the other part of our money. They wanted to give us checks.
No.
And there was 8 people in the audience, and they was like, well, we're not doing this shit. And I was like, well, damn, y'all, we already here.
Okay.
Let's just get it. Nah, man, they left. I did my show. I stayed an extra day and went right to the bank. Check was no good. I went directly to the theater. As they saw me coming, they started closing the gate and trying to lock the gate. I bust through the gates. They ran through the back. I got a crowbar, chased them upstairs. There was 2 brothers. Not black men, but 2 men that were brothers. Yeah. And I held one hostage while the other one went to the bank and got my money.
Oh, God.
You know it's kidnapping.
Wow.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, he could have been
but
charged
it's past the statute.
Okay, gotcha. It's in the book?
Statute of limitations gone.
Did you draw that in the book? Did you draw a nigga tied
No,
up?
but wait, I was in Chicago once, and the brother gave me a stack of wet $20 bills, right? And he drove me around the corner in the dark to Wabash. We was at 43rd and State, and drove me around Wabash, and he wanted me to sit in the car and count it in the dark. And I'm like, I'm counting this shit. And why you counting it? You don't trust me? And now I am in this truck on a dark street in Chicago at night with a handful of wet $20 bills. So I said, yeah, I trust you, brother. We cool. He took me back, dropped me off. My brother was waiting for me. My brother, the cop, was waiting for me back at the spot. I counted the money. It was $180 short, right? So when I called, what's the name had brought me? The comedian there, B. Cole?
B. Cole.
B. Cole brought me to shoot a movie.
Yeah.
And so he said, this your what's name? This our producer. So this nigga show up. This nigga he ain't got but 32 teeth. He had 89 gold teeth in his mouth. Okay. He had every gold chain they ever sold, a fake Versace shirt, spinners on his car. He the producer. I ain't worried about it until he took me around the corner and give me that money. So first thing I did is call B. Cole. I said, B. Cole, my money's short. B said, look, I already introduced you to the producer. That don't have nothing to do with me. I said, okay. Call producer. Producer never answered the call. I said, cool. I get to the airport. I give them a $20 bill for some water. They said, this is counterfeit. I said, then give it back. They said, I will, but I got to do this first. And they poured water on it, and the ink rolled onto the counter. I still have this bill at my house on the wall to commemorate it. So I called them back, told them the little money did give me the counterfeit. And he said, man, well, look, it's out of my hands. You know. And I was like, okay, cool. I did you a favor. Okay, cool. About 4 months later, they called me because they had producers and they had a way to sell the film. And they wanted me to sign because I'd never signed. And I said, okay, I'd do it for $180 and $1,000 disrespect fee. You have to give me a $1,000 respect fee. And they said, well, who am I writing the check to? And they wrote that shit and sent it to me, and then I signed.
And it was the check was good.
Yeah, when that one came, that was really good. I didn't sign until I cleared that check.
I got a fake 20 selling the T-shirts
on
the Jamie Foxx tour. And I go to the gas station. We get in the ride, and they say, "Oh, let me go and get something." I put the 20. Lady says, "It's not real." I said, "Bitch, come on, because you don't think."
Right.
She said, "This not real." I went, "All right, well, I got another one. Try that one." Slid me the fake 20 on the T-shirt.
Oh wow!
We all had.
Was the other one good?
Yeah, all the other ones are good, but so all yours were wrong.
No. Just that's the only one. That was just that one. The other ones might have been, but I didn't check them. I passed them on to the next people. That's their problem. You know?
Don't pour no water on it though.
Don't pour no water on it. Go out shop, but don't spill nothing.
It's raining. Stay home. Don't go shopping in the rain because you have some green pants.
On the whole check thing that you said, I stopped accepting checks based on a sister giving me the Black Power speech. I did 2 sold out concerts in Santa Barbara. The lady was like, after the show, she said, brother, listen, black man, listen, brother, I'm going to give you half in cash. And I'm going to give you the other half, brother, in a check. I said, sister, I don't take checks. Brother, you going to offend a black queen? This check is good, brother. I guarantee you. Is money your God, brother? I am your sister. Take this check, brother. I assure you, black man, if you put that check in the bank, it will cash, brother.
She's good.
Oh yeah, she was good.
I literally went to the bank. They said this woman don't even have an account.
Oh, you had the startup check.
I had the startup check. I called that lady back probably 30 times. And I even told Alex Thomas, because he was scheduled to come after me. I said, Alex, don't accept a check from this lady. Alex said, I got it. I'm not going to do it. What do you think he did?
He took the check. Because she good.
On the Black Power speech.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I won't take a check unless it's cashier.
Yeah,
it has to be, and my final pay has to be cashier's check, money order, or cash. I'm not taking anything else.
People don't know what we go through on the road.
They don't hard as mother. And we don't fuck like that.
And they've been playing that game forever.
Look,
we don't fuck like that.
Eyes got beady. Ain't nobody fucking out.
I'm in the room.
I want to say this out. Just put a disclaimer. Let people know that comedians, when they're on the road, they are not fucking.
Stop.
We go back to the room.
I'm not.
Study.
I know I'm not.
Study.
We're angels.
Yeah,
Bernie Mac never did.
Never did.
Bernie Mac never played that game. Bernie Mac went to his hotel. He always talked about getting back home to his wife, so he had some soul food. Bernie Mac was never out there. He ain't never do no shit like that.
Oh, he get it all, but we don't.
May he rest in peace.
I don't do it because I'm in love, so I don't do it. I love my woman.
Now, pre-crack days, you bet.
During the crack days. A couple of weeks after the crack. Crack ain't no good without somebody to roll around with.
Gotta help you look for that rock.
That was the whole point.
Mike, did you ever have a Bobby and Whitney situation? Meaning, like, a lot of people think Bobby Brown brought Whitney into the life when he didn't. Whitney was already in the life. It's just her and Bobby came together and was like, "You smoke crack? I do too." And then they took it. It was a volatile situation, and they took it too far. But Whitney was a crackhead when she met Bobby.
absolutely.
Did you ever meet anybody like that during your crack days?
I met women that like to get high too.
Pam?
I met women that like to get high too, but you know, Bobby's my great friend, and so I don't have anything I would say out of line.
Oh, that's
for you.
That's okay. That's right. No, go ahead. That was right.
Yeah, but no. I've certainly met women that love to get high. And them the ones I looked for when I was getting high. That's what you look for. You look for somebody who's gonna get high with you.
Is the sex off the
chain? They'll understand. Nobody cared.
Nobody
you don't care.
Nobody cared.
You
You was getting high. You didn't care what the
Yeah.
sex was. You just wanted to be part of it.
Hey, car charger.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The only thing important to you was that lighter. Anybody's got another lighter?
True that. Hilarious.
Most important person in the room, the lighter.
just in case you're just tuning in, this is the Rollout Show. Freaky Friday in the house we got.
Michael Colyar, world famous, world renowned.
And else we got?
Nikki Pam.
And else we
Evan Lionel, a.k.a. EL.
Now, you didn't bring the hats, dog. You said
I didn't get
the
no
last.
hat. I want a hat. I really
what?
want one.
I'm actually
That's a
sold
nice
out.
hat.
I got a new order in. I'm
That's a
sold
nice
You
out.
said that the
hat
last
is
time
sold
you
out.
came.
I
Evan.
wasn't sold out.
You said you said those exact words, and that's it. I got a new order coming in.
It is what he said.
Yeah, you got to buy more than 10 at a time.
And hold it 9.
Have faith in yourself, brother. Buy 1,000, they gonna go.
Sell them like Mike
got-
sells this book.
Yes.
I bet my book's about 1,000.
I got a great story for you. So I see Shucky Ducky. So we're on the
Quack,
tour, and he's in Dallas. So Shucky Ducky comes to the show. Speed, man, we get to talking. He said, I said, what are you doing? He said, man, I'm stuck with all these dolls. I said, dolls? He said, yeah, when he was hot, he went to Korea or China, and they sold him 1,000
Shucky Ducky
dolls.
Ducky dog.
I said, well, that sounds great. He said, yeah, but when Chris Rock threw him under the bus,
right.
he had just got the dolls. He said, he got a whole warehouse full of them. I said, well, how many you got left? He said, 998.
Oh, wow.
He can't sell them. And he got,
threw him under the bus.
remember Chris, he did Def Jam.
He bombed on
And
the
he
set
said,
next
Shucky Ducky, not funny, quack, quack.
No. What he
No, he said Shucky Ducky whack whack.
Yeah, all that shit.
He said Shucky Ducky whack whack, and he said look like Shucky Ducky got to get him some new jokey
Jokies, yes. It was a rap.
wow.
Done. And then he had, that was his first time on Def Jam. And he bought 1,000 Shucky Ducky dolls. They in the warehouse. Anybody, you want one?
He got to be able to sell them. He should call me.
You can sell
Tell him how to sell them.
Nah.
Hell yeah. Well, he's still funny. I've seen him. He's funny. He shouldn't wear all white, but
Now speaking of old comedians like from back in the day, I was at one of the spots and T.P. Hearns showed up.
Well, I haven't seen TP in a minute.
T.P. Hearns, and T.P. Hearns is at the point, Mike, where he don't even know how high he is. Like he's
so he went back.
off.
He slipped up.
He's at
I
rock
thought
bottom.
he's sober now.
Yeah, he was.
No.
When I saw him, the last time I saw him was
man.
maybe 2 years ago. So this brother who knew him knew me. He said, I want to do this show. He was going to sponsor a one-man show for him. So he wanted me to. It was me and TDP were writing on it, and I was going to host it, and TP was going to handle. So we said, okay, cool. Let's go do some shows and see how he looked. It wasn't. It was bad. It was bad. So, and I'm hosting. So and at the time he was working at a halfway house up in the hills. So there's a house that was for people that were on addiction, and he worked there, and that was his side thing that he worked there. And so I'm like, okay, TP, we're gonna get together. Trust me, brother. He's like, yo, Speed, I don't know if I got it, man. I said, no, you're gonna be all right. We just gotta get you on stage. And I think he had just been in the hospital for a very long time. And he got back out there, and we know who the real TP was back in the day.
He used to be funny.
This shit here, and
He was funny as hell.
man,
Stomping his
all that shit. He did that shit. It was Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, the guy who wanted to put this money from, because he remembered him from back in the day. And he's like, well, why don't you have a one-man show? We're going to get you the show. I'm going to back you. Boom. And 2 weeks go by. We supposed to shoot it. Dude never called me back because he's just like, I don't think TP got it.
That's sad.
Give me his number. I'll take him to meetings, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna give you his number because he rolled up. This was recently. He
I haven't
kept
seen him since
insisting
then.
to get on stage. He was like, "Evan, I speak about. Put me on. I got it. And he's stomping on me. Put me on.
That's him.
Yep. And I put him on. They couldn't even understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
And
it was difficult before he was high
Yeah.
to understand what the fuck he was saying.
Right. And so now that he's high, so then after the show, he was like, we're doing a big Christmas show. We're going to do a Christmas show. And then a white guy rolled up on a pink bike. And TP got on the handlebar.
No, he did.
You are lying.
I don't believe in you. Are you keeping it real?
I'm
Because
talking about
a minute ago you said I'm gonna keep it real.
Totally real. If you don't believe me, ask Marcus, ask Ernest Mack.
That was in this city?
It was in Bellflower.
At
Ask
the,
Ernest Mack.
The club in Bellflower.
He rolled up.
When you just did.
Club in Bellflower.
When the Cajun spot.
French Quarter.
Oh, French Quarter.
He rode up on a pink bike, and I found out, honestly, I said, who is the white dude riding up on a bike? And then TP got on the handlebars, and TP, to my knowledge, they got a little hangout under the freeway, like a tent city. Yeah,
he definitely
text
fell
him.
off him.
So I will give you his number, Mike.
Please text that to me.
You have to actually drive over there because the phone.
Phone ain't working? Ben sold that.
That's the first shit go.
Phone.
Y'all cold over here.
Yeah.
I done been down
But
that
I think
road,
that
man.
same white guy rode past me on a bike the other night at Bellflower.
Yeah.
I was walking down Bellflower and a guy on a pink bike almost ran into me. And I was like, this is very odd. At 1 in the morning, a guy on a pink bike is riding by.
That's TP.
So that must
Hearns.
be his area.
Yeah, buddy. That's his area.
Fuck.
Maybe he's
let
getting
him
you
get
a ride.
away.
You let him get away.
I'm like, dude, can I get a head of ball?
It is a rollout show. We got
Mike,
because she got to go to San Diego.
I gotta go too.
Well,
I'm not going to San Diego, but I gotta go.
Give you information.
Hey y'all, please follow me. I'm doing all type of Instagram stuff now. So on Instagram, I'm just Michael Colyar at Michael Colyar. If you want to catch me on Twitter, I'm at Michael Colyar on Twitter. I have a web page that's off the chain, and it's even being revised. It's therealmichaelcolyar.com. Colyar, Colyar. Don't lose me on the Collier. I'm not that nigga. It's Michael Colyar, Colyar. Also, I'm hireable. Yeah. No, we're going through something. We're going through a little something in my house.
Michael got some followers too.
We're going through some stuff, and I'm sharing it with you. We don't have a swimming pool at my house. Now, I know I don't swim, but all my other friends got pools. We need a pool. Now, last year we made enough money to dig the hole in the backyard.
You got the hole.
All we trying to do now is get some cement money, Speedy. Okay. So I'm willing to do all kind of parties: weddings, divorces, Passover, hangover. I'll do a party in the phone booth if you promise to call. I take green stamps, food stamps, Canadian money, EBT. I take your bus transfer if it's got some time left on it. You can email me at comicking123@aol.com. That's right, Comic King. I don't know how to even have a show called The Kings of Comedy without the damn king. Okay, comicking123@aol.com. Be good, keep God first, and do you.
Michael Colyar, man, what he said. Okay, available for all shows. Evan Lionel, guys. I also book for the J Spot for all of the comedians out there that's looking for work. I book for the J Spot, J. Anthony Brown's Club. As well as that, I have a petition out for my children. Every show I do, I let my children know that they do have a father. I do love you, and I'm still fighting very hard in court for you. You can go to change.org to sign my petition.
I don't know what to do now. Here, I'm sitting there like that. This nigga here.
Now, you know if you ever get them back, you can't give them back.
Right.
All right, go ahead. I'm just
Absolutely. And shout out to all the folks out there at J Spot Comedy Club. It's a whole new thing happening. So y'all be in touch.
They got the best damn tacos on the planet.
Yeah.
They do Taco Tuesday. The taco is ridiculous.
Food is bomb.
Can you come do a Tuesday?
I've done them.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done 2 of them. I've done 2 of the Tuesdays.
I like
it. I'm available.
Ask me if I can do it.
I can do another one.
Ask me if I can do it.
The only thing I did need to speed up on the cooking. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, they
ask me if I can do it.
Could you do it, Speedy?
I'm coming.
I'll be there.
Are any of you old enough to remember Taco Pete's?
Yes.
Yes.
Taco Pete's.
There's one on Manchester
and there was one like at Century. Right at Century and Watts, and there was the best taco. That's the type of taco they make at the J Spot. The tacos are off the chain. No, I drop in there on Tuesday just to get tacos, brother. Oh no, it ain't no joke. J Spot.
All right, so that's it. You got everything.
Let's see.
You got to feed the kids. I love the kids. Kids I need.
Prayers go out to you getting your kids back, man.
Get the kids back.
You know, and let them know that they got a daddy and a daddy that loves them. Because you know, when my child was coming up, I didn't see her for a long time. And once I got to start seeing her again after she was 7, and I started seeing her, I made a point of seeing her as much as I can. And the main thing I remember is I'm your daddy. I don't care who else living over here or your mama see. Just remember, I'm your father. And she got to the point where she said, Daddy, I know you my daddy. I know you my daddy. I say, but I just don't want you to forget. You might have forgot since yesterday. I don't know. I'm just checking.
Put the shirt on. It says my daddy.
Yeah.
So you can see them.
I haven't seen them in almost 5 years.
Oh. Wow. That's wrong right there.
So Speedy got a couple.
Speedy can give me some.
All right, nigga. You come kick it with my kids.
Don't play with Dexter at a time like this. No time to fool with Dexter.
No, but definitely, man. And where can they go for that?
To get the kids?
You can go to change.org. Damn, you stupid, fam. Change.org, Evan Lionel. All you have to do is Google chains.org and key in Evan Lionel, and it'll tell you the whole story. And I'm in the process of completing a book and a film about this horrible situation that doesn't only happen to me, it happens to many fathers in America that are being kept away from their kids.
Then some of you niggas need to just go over there anyway.
And just visit or something, leave a loaf of bread. So listen, can I make one suggestion? I would say change the title. Like something like getmykidsback.org. You know, because you always want a title that resonates.
It's a different title. It's just Evan Lionel is how they get to the actual the actual petition. The petition is disbar this corrupt attorney and any attorney that is unethical in their practice to stop fathers from seeing their children. What it is it's a serious thing out there where attorneys use this to get money. The children are used as pawns, and the less time that you have with your children or see them, the more child support the woman can ask for, and they get full benefits and full child support if you don't see them at all. So this attorney has worked actively to stop me from seeing them for 5 years in order to get more money from me.
Wow. And I get you and I understand your point, but I don't know technical shit. I'm technically retarded. In fact, I'm thinking about renting a teenager. But listen, but I think there's some way that you can manipulate the title of it. So, because I'm just saying, the social media, people who listen to social media, they like this. They want shit that's right now and rapid. If it's hard at all, they ain't doing that shit. Right. But everybody can understand a man trying to get his kids back. You know, so if you had a way to reach you like getmykidsback.com or getmykidsback.org, you would quadruple the amount of people who would reach out to you because it's easy for them to remember that and get back with you.
That's
so you just might want to think about it.
I'll take that. Thanks, Mike. I'll take that under.
Yeah, you know he know.
Mike can sell some shit.
You said I can sell some kids.
Some shit.
Oh, I thought she said I could sell some
Mike
kids.
was like, I ain't selling no kids. I ain't selling
but
no
I
kids.
could. No, but okay.
Getmykidsback.com. I like that.
.org. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Because I remember that. I didn't remember what you said before. I was like, well, he don't need me.
Yeah.
But to get my kids back, I'll get that right now. Give him back his kids right now.
And you can reach me on Facebook, Evan Lionel, or you can email me at evanlionel@gmail.com.
And don't run up on him because you black belt, right?
Yeah.
Black belt.
Speedy tell that all the time.
Light-skinned nigga that's black belt.
Lionel is spelled phonetically, though, right? Lionel. Very simple.
Yeah.
Is there another way to spell it? You can put an F in the motherfucker?
People can fuck up anything.
I'm just saying.
Black folks spell their name any goddamn way they want to. Robert with a K, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
There's a V in that motherfucker. Go ahead, Pam.
You can reach me at Nikki Pam on everything. Okay, so you guys check this out. If you guys want to get a little sneak peek, Rollout Studios will be up in a minute, but we'll go to rolloutshow.com and check out our new website. Also, you can get to any of the links through that new website, but go to rolloutshow.com, and if you want to become a patron sponsor, click on the link right under the Rollout Studios logo. You can reach me at Nikki Pam with 2 Ks on everything.
And if
it's a little preview, but you could be able to go to either one probably after a day or so, or after actually a couple hours after the show, or just do rolloutshow.com and get a sneak peek of our new website.
If you become a sponsor, we'll make sure you get some of those tickets to that Triple X
the Triple
Award
X.
show.
She said she was going to give us some.
Yeah, so
Urban X Award.
Well,
we'll hook.
everybody.
Well, I'm just saying the people that
How you spell the Nikki?
yeah.
NIKKI.
Oh, with an I.
Giana Taylor.
There's so many ways to
Urban
spell that.
X Award.
Is there another way to spell that, Mike?
With a Y.
YIECKI.
Black people?
You want to ask me how to spell Speedy?
You do spell that with an I, don't you?
No, Will,
I'm thinking you do. Or an IE, nigga.
Speedy is funny on everything. That's Speedy IZ funny on everything. Comedian Speedy on Facebook. Thank y'all so very much, Michael. I know your day is very tied up, precious, and you have things to do. We appreciate the fact
I got
you
places
took time
to go, people
come.
to do. Yeah.
Shout out to Elise who made
Elise.
that call for us yesterday
Thank
and
you,
got you down here. Evan, thank you for coming again.
Yeah.
Again, brother.
And I think it's kind of fucked up as a black man. You've asked me 37 times to come and I haven't made it. Did a white woman call me one time?
I know.
And I came. And I feel kind of bad.
I was going to let it slide.
I'm feeling a certain kind of way about
I was
that.
going to let it slide.
Damn self.
I was going to let it slide. Because when you write your name on the thing, I feel scratching out. When you leave, this book was going to have drinks on it. Nigga, put your drink in it. It was a coaster. Nigga. That's what we're going to do with this motherfucker. But no, I was going to let that go, but I'm glad you brought that up. It was Freaky Friday. We had a great fucking time. Thank you to my wife.
Great time.
Thank you to Cajun. Shout out to Nick over there. Nick, you want to say something to the people? You've been quiet all night.
I know you've been quiet all
Yeah, we
day.
do
Why?
Freaky Friday. He disappeared.
Yeah, he don't really like that shit.
Yeah.
Shalom to the people.
Oh, okay.
We don't know what that means.
You went past the wife too quick. Let's give it up for the wife.
Thank
the
you.
wife sit up in here with you and make it happen. I like that. I support the
Well, I
wife.
have a choice. Nigga.
I think
Ain't like I had
I'm
a
trying
choice.
to help you. Nigga.
Yeah, we got all this shit in her name. You think I got married? Nigga?
That's a good wife, nigga.
Brilliant wife.
That's the wife we're all seeking.
Yes.
Somebody got to apply for the credit. Look here. Again, check us out, man. We appreciate it. Go get the book. How can they get the book?
Funny thing happened on the way to the White House. I knocked on the door and the brother answered. That's the one on the president. This one, Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and other silly stuff. You can go right to my webpage, therealmichaelcollier.com, and go to the store, shopmichaelcollier.com. It'll pop up. You can see the books,
And
t-shirts.
just know
everything.
that you're helping a young man with a pool. That's what you're trying to
Yes,
do. We got
and
dirt right now.
we also sell fish sandwiches.
Let me get this
White
set up.
bread, Wonder Bread.
Not with
Weber-
Wonder Bread.
Weber
Nigga,
bread,
who eats
man.
Wonder Bread?
Wonder
I'm just saying
bread.
they
You
still
went
have it.
way back with that one.
Weber.
Do they still make Wonder Bread?
I
Yeah.
think they do. You still buy Wonder Bread?
Really, the most unhealthy bread in
On the
history.
planet.
You are
'Cause it's dyed with
truly
bleach.
A white
Yeah.
woman.
Turn me out, Nick. And we are out of here. Thank y'all so very much. We out. See you Monday.
It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. Once again, it's on. It's the Rollout Show with another dope episode. So here we go. Rollout Studios. Keeping it real, it's about to go down, y'all. You know the deal. Now Speed Doggy Dog. You know he got that heat. The funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Nikki Pam, where you at, girl? Goddamn. Let's get it in like a Soul Train jam. A DJ Ron C hit him with a fat mix. Reppin' Lynn with the Long Beach with the dope shit. Yep. Tangy Ambrose. Got me singing like Luther Vandross. Now who's that coming in to say, hey, give it up for my big homie, Mr. Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, we back, y'all. It's the Rollout Show, bringing the funny for all y'all. Get 'em Ron C. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show. It's the Rollout Show.